everyone, and welcome to Tales from the Fort.
Yeah.
Now everybody from the 817, all the way up to heaven, down to the depths of hell, scream and yell, and put your hands together for a brand new podcast that's sure to be clever. Tales from the Fort is the name of the game, and we're here to spit some tales that'll light up your brain. We're not just any old storytellers, no sir. We're gonna take you on a journey that's so pure through the myths and legends of times gone by with a fresh new twist that'll make you fly high. So if you're ready to hear some tales that'll make you shiver with ghosts and ghouls and creatures that'll give you a quiver, then tune in to Tales from the Fort, because we're about to drop some rhymes that'll make you want more.
Yeah.
I am Jared.
And I am Jared.
And what Jared didn't tell you is that was a freestyle.
Yeah, I didn't. I was texting the whole time, so it's. I'm not reading off any script or anything that GPT wrote for me. So, all right, today, man, my headphone. I don't remember which number mine was. Mine two. Okay,
You were two.
Okay.
Cool.
Today we've got Johnny and Jay from
The Rhythm and Poetry Podcast, R.A.P for short.
Yeah.
R.A.P Podcast. And what's y'all's other one?
The Workoholic Podcast.
The Workaholic for short. So.
Yeah, for long. we like to have a balanced podcast, one long, one short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a long one. So.
Lucky.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have a badoop to do a fuck. No.
You got the laughter one.
Well, I don't want to laugh if she's. That's what she said. Okay. Oh man, so how was y'all's week?
Oh, great.
Not great.
Oh, well.
Okay. We got a great and a not
And
great.
that was out of that. It was busy, but we got to end it on a pretty good note. We went downtown, and there was a whole bunch of people on their phones.
That's fun.
Yeah. We went downtown. It was this Alice in Wonderland thing on their phones, and you kind of had to do a little scavenger hunt all through downtown Fort Worth, and it literally took up a majority of, well, I want to say half of the city. So it was pretty cool walking back and forth from Main Street all the way to God knows where. But
Damn.
the weather sucked for it though.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like it was like really cold, and I was like,
Alice in Wonder. Is it like Pokemon Go or something, or
yeah. Except no, it's
catch
not
a bunch
fun.
of little white girls?
Yeah. And I brought my little daughter with us, so that's what. I mean, I didn't go out there for me, but right.
You'd show up in blue dress and everything.
This isn't an Alice in Wonderland shirt. No, but it was fun. It was different. It was Pokemon Go for girls, but other than
That's
that,
kinda
it was cool.
Hell yeah.
So why did you have a bad week?
I had been sick.
Oh.
Aww.
And he brought it to y'all.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the gift.
Nah.
If you thought you could escape
Yeah.
COVID,
Yeah,
don't
I
play
was
with it.
I was pretty nervous that I didn't know if I was gonna make it to the podcast.
Oh.
But
you didn't think
I'm
you were
feeling
gonna
good now. I'm good.
Okay, that's good.
You didn't think y'all were gonna heal up? How are y'all?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Allergies, but other than that,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fucking over winter. Like this is
Oh, me
so
too.
fucking stupid. It's like 80 for 3 days, and then it's
Oh
like
yeah, I hate
Yeah.
that.
it's like someone's playing on their phone. Like, oh fuck, it's winter. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
See, I'm a conspiracy theory, and I'm really thinking that it's just the government fucking with us, and they're just like, "Hey, let's see how long we could drag winter."
Yeah. It's like
'cause
getting
I-
summer for 3 days.
Yeah,
and
for
winter.
sure.
Ah.
Yeah, summer for sure. I was like, "Oh, it's 110 degrees."
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next day it's snowing. Why?
Yeah. There was a couple.
Why is it snowing?
There was a couple days we were in the mid 80s, and then the very
Yeah.
next day we're 30. Like
Monday and Tuesday, I was sitting out on my back patio just chilling. I was like, "This is perfect weather." And then
Yeah.
like
then it
Wednesday,
rained.
it
As soon as
then
you-
starts going, and Thursday and Friday, I was like, "This is stupid."
No,
Yeah.
last year I was wearing shorts for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Shorts. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I went outside and it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
usually every Christmas here in Texas. So.
Well, no, I spent my Christmas in Oklahoma, so I guess I don't know how it was. Like it was that
Oh.
far, but it was freezing. So I remember it must have been cold this Christmas. Was it?
I don't even remember, but
This
like
Christmas wasn't
It was
too
a little
bad.
cold. It wasn't
yeah,
real
it was
bad,
a little
but-
cold, but nothing major. I remember when we lived in Arizona one time we sent a Christmas card to all of our family members with us in our
Oh,
swim.
you're that that person.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're all
When
posing and
all of
matching
us.
outfits.
Well, all of us were in our swimsuits by the pool. And Merry Christmas here in
Christmas hats
Arizona
on.
because it's like 80 degrees during December.
I see
True.
it now.
There's
Yeah.
no weather change or season change in Arizona. It just
Yeah.
goes from brown to dark brown back to brown.
I definitely see it now. You look like the type of person that have green and red trunks
Yep.
and a Christmas hat on.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I see it.
Diving into the deep end.
For sure.
Well, Santa ball or snowball.
Snowball.
No,
But,
I've never done since like I was a kid. We haven't done Christmas cards. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd help if I was married, but
I
I'm
say
not
we
gonna send them
do-
out by myself.
We typically just do a card. Every once in a
Why
while,
don't
we'll
you
do a
single
picture.
Christmas gift?
I don't know. That's kind of sad. Me and Marie sitting here with a bottle of whiskey.
Don't forget about us this Christmas.
I know.
That would be a great
Yeah,
Christmas
this is what I'm doing every night.
Because now they don't know what to feel bad. Like, is he really fucking with us, or we should send him a gift?
Yeah,
Right.
Send him money.
Right.
All right.
Cash App just happens to be
I
on the
know.
postcard.
Ding, ding, ding. Little QR code. And I just scan it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you received
Yeah,
$50.
yeah.
Yes, QR codes are fucking crazy.
I never understood them until the pandemic, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you just scan it with your phone." I'm like, "What?"
What?
Uh-huh. And guess
Yeah.
what? Now the homeless have QR codes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Spare any change?
I
Here you
don't
go.
have any cash. It's okay. I accept
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
I got PayPal, all that stuff. You're like,
Get
no,
out of here.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, really?
Yeah.
I heard they make. I'm not even exaggerating. There was a real study done, and I think the average homeless person, just off begging alone, can make up to 40 G's a year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
outrageous.
That's
There's-
crazy.
There's some
Why
people.
the fuck am I working so hard?
There's some people out there that are doing it for a business. Like they'll go out, they get homeless clothes, work the corner, and then you see them walk over to their BMW, put their clothes in their BMW or their sign, drive away, and then they'll be back the next day.
I want to hate on it.
So yeah,
I do,
That's- I would.
I mean,
I hate on it. I think it's
but everyone gives them money, so I mean, as long as you're
Exactly.
giving them money, then they're gonna keep doing it. So,
exactly.
but I worked QT too long, and I just don't trust them. Like
Yeah.
I seen them out in my parking
yeah.
lot all fucking day long.
Yep.
Oh, can I get money? I'm like, they're out there every day. Like,
Yep, and they usually get cigarettes, alcohol, or lottery
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
Those are the three fucking things that they spend your money on. So keep giving them your $5, $20 at the intersection, and then they come into our Quick Trip and buy stupid shit. So
Hey, have we met?
Haven't I kicked you out before?
I think I've kicked
look-
you out of
you
my
look kinda-
step. You do look familiar to me.
No, I don't want to be prejudiced, but how do you determine who's really homeless?
I mean,
What are we looking for? Smells?
I mean,
you can usually tell. I mean, their clothes are disheveled. They're
just-
kind of dirty.
Well, that's the
usually.
style nowadays.
it's just
So-
basically
Yeah.
how they act. They're just a pest. They're
Yeah.
pestering the employees.
They have
They're
nothing
pestering
to
the
do all day long
customers.
except sit there and try to come in your store. And you're like,
Yeah.
dude, get out.
Yeah.
Chris Rock said,
Cricks.
Have I ever spoken English? Chris Rock said,
No.
if a homeless man has a funny sign, he hasn't been homeless long.
Yeah, you still got a sense of humor.
Right. Yeah.
The other day, there was a guy on the corner at Denton Highway and 820, and he had a sign. All he had was just the Batman symbol written on there. And I was just like, man, I wish I had my costume. Like, it would have been the perfect
down
TikTok
the
where
window.
you do, like, the Robert Pattinson costume, and then you just have the Nirvana song start playing, and I just walk
So was
up.
he calling Batman?
I don't
or
know.
Was he paid
Yeah,
you Batman?
you need help or money.
Yeah.
City smoke signals?
He's-
Oh, that is, for a homeless man to call Batman, that is a smart move. That's
Yeah.
assuming if you don't know he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, a homeless man calling out Batman. It's like,
Like,
hey, bud, can you
Why do
spare
you
me?
have my number, my symbol?
How'd you get a hold of me? How'd you get a hold of this page?
Why do you need money?
This number's not listed.
Who's Martha? Oh wait, I'm sorry, wrong conversation.
That's my mother.
That's my mother too.
And my dad, Thomas. Like, what? Are we best friends?
Your dad's name is Thomas too?
We just become best friends.
That's so crazy that I'm sorry. I know I'm going from topic to topic, or not even topic.
Have you ever listened to our show?
I feel right at home.
We usually do like 10 topics.
You see how easy it is to get off subject.
Oh no, for sure. I hate it because whenever we have a topic, it's like, hey, stay on topic, dumbass.
Not me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. We get like one topic maybe,
Right.
and then we just kind of freestyle the rest.
We'll eventually get there. But isn't it funny how kids like how easy kids can make friends?
Oh,
like
God,
if they find out their dads
Yeah.
have the same fucking name, they're like, oh shit,
Or
we're
s-
best friends forever.
Or so, yeah.
Like
exactly.
why?
And here I am stupid. Like whenever I hear someone that has like the same first name, I'm just like in my head, and instantly it's like, your name's Arnold. Oh, I wonder if he's related to Arnold. I'm like, no, wait. That's not how it works. So
I hate that. I have one individual at my current job, and my name is Jesse, but I have everybody else call me Jay because there's too many Jessies out there.
Yeah.
And when I call out Jesse, it feels so cringe. I don't know why. It feels weird.
Right.
It's like I'm calling myself out.
Right.
I don't know if that's
It is.
It's common or well. Wait, hold on. I could ask y'all.
Right.
yeah, we have the same, we even worked together in the
Right.
same store for a while.
And all of our employees be like, hey, Jared. And we both turn around. It's like, the Jared with hair. Oh, okay.
yeah, I was hair Jared. He was no hair
hair
Jared. Or I was Rod. He was Red. And
Yeah.
and then
Because he
after
spells his name
Thank God
wrong.
y'all don't work at a strip club.
no. Now after a while,
Hey,
I
Jared
just
with the 8-inch cock.
knock these glasses over. Excuse me. Need a foam noodle to
Did
put
you
over it.
call?
Yeah. Do you need anything?
Oh, your name's Jerry too?
Yeah. Oh. Can you tell I'm excited?
I don't know how I got us here. I'm sorry. I'll let y'all take control again.
No, I love it. So, it's easier on me whenever other people taking it. I'm like, fuck it, let's go for it. So, all right. So, let's do.
Is it time? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the Fork 4.
All right. Well, we asked for random questions to our guests.
I don't know how much more random it's gonna get.
Well, like literally, it's a whole list of different questions. We always ask like the same ones. So
Spin the wheel.
exactly. So the first one we always start off with is, what popular song do you absolutely hate?
I'll say there's a Lizzo song. I can't remember the name of it though.
Oh,
It was like one of her first like big hits.
Is it the one where?
great till they gotta be great.
I don't know.
I
I
just took
can't-
a DNA test. Turns out
I think it
I'm
was that. It was that
that
one. Yeah.
bitch.
And then my wife plays it all the time. I could not stand it. I was
Yeah.
no.
I mean, it's okay, but that's the same thing. It just got overplayed. It was just like,
I didn't even like it when it first came out either.
the only reason I liked it was because Ian and Heath, they made that parody video called True Stings.
Yeah.
And a couple of our friends that were on the podcast a few weeks ago, they made a music video with one of their friends, and she made a parody version of it called True Stings. And it's on YouTube, and it's actually really fucking good. But she's a lesbian, and I guess she likes to date straight girls. And then it's basically her, like, saying, you know, they love me till, you know, whatever, and then blah, blah, blah. So it's a really good song. So
That's
you just
kind
gotta-
of predatory, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I think she's a good artist, but I just don't like that song.
That sounds-
Yeah, she's. I don't know. What about you, Jay?
See, the thing with me is, I usually play songs until I hate them. So, like,
Until you overplay them.
yes,
Then
so
you're like,
I
fuck
overplay 'em.
this song.
But I guess I'm gonna have to go with "Sweet Home Alabama."
Yes.
Wow.
Every
one
fucking
of
time
Jared's.
every time I fucking hear that song, I always think of incest now. Incest.
I don't think of that, but
I mean, the way the culture's going, everything's a meme now. And anytime that you see like two things, like some brothers getting too brotherly, they'll start playing "Sweet Home Alabama." I was like,
yeah, it's like the ultimate incest.
yeah,
dildo.
yeah, for sure. Why? Because it's Alabama. Apparently, Alabama's known for fucking your brother. I don't know.
Cousin,
Cousins
sister,
and-
whatever.
I heard of cousin fuckers.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
But even, yeah.
But yeah, that song was ruined for me.
Yes, I 100% agree.
And it's so funny, like in a movie, like even to this day, they'll play the shit out that
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
movie. Like if it's out on
Any
the country
mo-
road,
Especially
any
any
movie
movie in the South.
yeah,
Any
for
movie
sure.
from the South gets Sweet Home Alabama in
For
it.
sure. And that's like,
Yeah.
all right, someone's brother's getting fucked.
Wait till
Take
the
you
banjo
behind
starts
doors,
playing.
Yeah.
Baby,
Squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig.
mama.
All right, let's do. Who is your celebrity crush, both male and female?
Ooh, male. Ben Affleck.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a hunk.
Okay.
Wasn't expecting that.
That's
I was not either.
okay. All right. It's funny how I have my male one ready.
Right off the
Yeah,
bat.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Mel was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I've been practicing this one.
You should see under the table.
Oh,
If you
shit.
notice the table lift up.
That's a compliment. I usually can't get up that high.
Ben Affleck's at home, like, yes,
Yeah.
one for Ben.
Right next to J-Lo. Hey. But it's always been a tie between. It's a tie between Ben Affleck and Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Okay.
That sexy
Guy, I
hunk.
guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let Johnny answer the male one first because
I really don't know. I never thought of.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Say someone generic like Ryan Reynolds. Who said that last pod?
Oh, that was
Juan.
Juan. From
Yeah.
Osos Glosos.
That one was
Yeah.
the most generic
And then-
answer.
I know.
That's everybody's answer.
Well, it's funny how he capped it off. He's like, and he was Green Lantern. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
that was the
Everything.
worst feature. I was like, all
fucking
right.
Green Lantern.
You couldn't have said Deadpool?
Even his ass goes back and shoots Green
Yeah.
Lantern.
Yeah.
It's like, don't read that script.
Because my male crush has always been Paul Rudd. So
I see Paul
Yeah.
Rudd.
he's just that kind of guy next door. And
Yeah. Mine's was Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
Denzel.
Back in the day or today?
He looks the same from
Okay,
now
okay,
to yeah,
okay, okay.
He's a great act. I don't think there's anything that he's been in.
King
that
Kong
I
ain't got
don't
shit
like.
on him.
Exactly. Exactly. And he's a good looking man. I mean,
Yeah.
he looks the way he did 20 years ago now. So
Just gray hair.
yeah,
That's
good
true.
right here.
Black
But-
does not crack.
The biggest thing I like about him is just how great of an actor he is. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, there is nothing that I have seen him in that I do not like.
Yeah, because I don't feel like he's been typecast as any role.
No.
So, and that's the big problem now is there's so many of these superhero movies, and then
Right.
so many big actors go into them, but then they all get almost not all of them, but like a lot of them get typecast as that role. Like
Oh yeah,
Ryan Reynolds, you're gonna think of him as Deadpool pretty much forever.
right.
And then
Ryan Reynolds was always the love interest in some chick flick to me.
yeah,
So when I saw
His
him as
early
Green Lantern, I was like,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
going
early
to work.
stuff.
yeah,
And it didn't work, but not because of Ryan Reynolds.
yeah,
It didn't work because the movie was ass.
yeah.
But he was
uh,
always a funny guy too, and the
same
waiting.
The same with Matthew
Fat-
McConaughey.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Fat Albert.
That's-
My impression game is
All
not
right,
that
all right,
great,
all
but I know where you were
You
going.
mean all right.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Not
Black color,
All right.
black color if you did.
Yeah.
But did you go see Ant-Man since that was your crush?
Yeah, I went and saw it on a Monday actually. So
Did you
it
like
was. I liked it. I mean, I didn't. It wasn't like mind blowing or anything to me. I was just talking to him about it earlier, but it wasn't like on the level of like Civil War or Avengers stuff. I mean,
Right.
obviously since it's a solo film, but it did introduce Kang in the actual movies and stuff, and I enjoyed it. I feel like it's going to make more sense on some of the parts later on once they release
Yeah.
more of the next phase
That's-
and everything.
That's one thing
So-
a lot of these movie goers need to understand is, Ragnarok and Avengers, Endgame, all those things, they were closer to the end of that series. So
Yeah.
that's when they blew up. You got to go back and remember Captain America and the first Iron Man and Black Panther. They were okay movies. They had some excitement.
Yeah.
But they were building to something.
Yeah.
So all these, again, we have to go back now.
Yeah, because
That-
we're starting a multiversal war. So
Yeah.
Right. They've
How
got
do
to
you
bring
set
in
that
a
up?
lot of shit. There's going to be a lot of shit coming, which we talked a little bit about in our last podcast since we had David on. But we didn't really go into, I was really wanting to get onto that comic book versus movie stuff. So we'll
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
go back with that when he comes back on again. But yeah, there's so much to discover in the universe with Marvel.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit coming.
And it's always crazy how I'm like, how do they keep one up in themselves?
Right.
Because the smaller movies started off with, I'm going to destroy the city. Why New York? Every single time New York. But okay, people get out of New York.
Why not
get
LA?
out.
Or Spokane, Washington or something. No one ever goes there. No.
Be home.
Go to Mississippi.
Dude, just imagine that in the final battle. It's
Mater? But it starts off with the city, and then I was like, all right, then we're going to destroy the country, and then the world,
Yeah,
then
then
the
the
universe.
universe. Right.
And now the multi-universe, what happens after this?
I know. Well, we've destroyed everything,
Right.
and now we're just atoms.
Right.
It's going to eventually end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
can only go so much.
true. It'll either get just burned out, or
they're going to
they'll
find some way to make it work, though.
because there's no like really actual end game for it, is
No.
there? I mean, it's
No.
just continuous things. So
Yeah.
they're just gonna.
Yeah, each comic book, goes so far and then it ends and then they start anew. I mean,
Yeah.
look at Spider-Man. A lot of people, think of different names for him, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Well, those are all comic books, The Spectacular Spider-Man went so far, the Amazing Spider-Man went so far, then the Web of Spider-Man went so far. And, I mean, they just keep renaming them. There was just Thor, then there was Thor, God of Thunder, and then, they just keep
Thor Almighty.
renaming them,
There is
So-
a ton out there, and there's so
Oh,
many
yeah.
different storylines that can go down. Which,
Exactly. And now that Disney owns basically all of it, they can do whatever the fuck they want now.
Oh yeah, they're set for a while on
Oh,
movie
yeah.
ideas, but when are people going to get tired of watching all the comic book movies?
That's going to be
Because
the
after a
biggest
while, once you keep coming out with the same characters over and over, it's like,
I-
we're going to reboot this for a ninth time.
Right.
I actually think that Marvel is going down the correct path, and I think that's why DC is kind of failing so hard, because DC
Yeah.
is so focused on making superhero movies, they forget to make the movie good.
thing. Right.
Where
God, yes.
Right.
Marvel is making Western movies like Logan, or a heist movie like Ant-Man, or a political movie like Captain America, and it just happens to have a superhero in
Yeah.
it,
Right.
and not focus so much on the superhero.
Right.
So they keep making movies with that formula, not focus on so much of the superhero, and actually focusing on making a Western, a sci-fi, a heist movie.
Well, plus DC's playing from behind.
Yeah.
And when you play from behind, you get desperate. And they're just like throwing shit out there
Yeah.
because like we did talk about with David, it's like they'd hit the mark on some things. Like the first Wonder Woman, badass, very, very good. But then,
Because that was a war movie.
right.
It just happened to have
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman in it.
Right. Then they go to 2 and they want to focus more on Wonder Woman and,
then
they wanted
it
to
was
get out there
Cats
fast.
for some fucking reason.
And it was shit. Yeah, it was just, and that's the other thing, the casting. The casting that Marvel's been doing, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They bring in the right actors to play the right parts. DC's all over the place. They'll get a good actor, and then like The Rock was doing Black Adam. Now he's not anymore.
Yeah.
They've canceled Black Adam.
What do you do?
Exactly. I guess he wasn't black enough. I don't know.
How did they know?
You're only half black.
Yeah. Wait
Is
a
it
minute.
mixed Adam?
Wait a minute.
Damn it, he beat me to the joke.
Your name is Dwayne, not Adam. You can't.
Biracial Adam.
You can't be Adam.
I'm pretty sure it was your pods, because I listened to a whole bunch of people from the city. it's one way to represent.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
There's
and
so
be
many
proud
to
of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I
There's-
think it was yours whenever y'all brought up The Rock. I don't know if I'm not.
Probably.
I'm sorry.
They brought up
But
The Rock
I also think The Rock is probably too big to be a smaller role.
Yeah. Well, that was what David
Yeah.
was saying. Is like he plays
So it was
himself.
his pod, yeah.
Right. He
It's
plays
The Rock and
Right.
everything. Because
Right.
even when he came into the Fast and the Furious stuff, like Fast 5, I love that movie. That's my
Yeah, but
absolute
that's
favorite
Dwayne
one.
Johnson.
Yeah, but he's basically The Rock that's a cop.
You will never look
Yeah.
at him as.
No.
What was he shot?
Hobbs, yeah.
Hobbs. Yeah.
Oh, there goes Hobbs. No, there goes a fucking Rock.
Yeah. I know. Oh, it's Toretto and The Rock. It's,
Right.
like, it's not, because Vin Diesel to me is always going to be Dominic Toretto.
Right.
And even though, I
Of
mean,
course.
no matter how many fucking movies they make, I really hope the 10th one's the last one.
No, they
Yeah.
still haven't introduced the Transformers yet, so I'm ready for that one. Imagine?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They're driving around in Transformers. That's
God.
Fast and Furious meets Transformers. That
I mean,
should
they're
happen.
eventually
Yeah.
going to bump
That
into
probably will.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
Dom Toretto riding a fucking Tyrannosaurus? Like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm all
Yeah.
for it. Yeah. If they're already shit movies, make it happen.
Yeah, they should.
Would he ride a Tyrannosaurus or what else? I think you would. What would it be? A muscle.
Well,
So
be a
you need
muscle
something
dinosaur.
that you need something that walks on all fours. So when it starts running at someone, it could just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need him to fucking
like the Charger. T-Rex. I mean, that's kind of.
get you a stegosaurus. Well, I'm here to save my family.
I got little arms.
Dinosaurs are family.
It's only a matter of time.
No, that's what's stupid though. Is like the 9th one. Another brother pops up. He's been fucking huge on Family every fucking movie.
Can we just remember the first one? They were just selling DVD players.
Yeah.
How the
was
fuck
it.
did they go to World Savers?
Beat the fuck out of me.
They were stealing DVDs.
Right.
I mean, that dude is an entrepreneur. Like, shit. He went from ripping off DVDs and, and then going to, gas trucks and then a Brazilian multimillionaire or something, and then whatever the fuck they did in the last couple.
But he's so big on his family, he keeps forgetting about brothers.
I got
and
family.
Yeah.
I got family.
That's a great
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, that's what it. I was just like, oh, family's everything. I got family, and he's like, Dom. He's like, oh, you're not family no more. Just get away. It's like, who's that? Oh, it's not family. I don't know who that guy is.
No. But here's my long lost brother.
Yeah,
I forgot about him.
Yeah, John Cena Toretto. It's like, you can't see me. He's like, you're right there.
Introduce the rest of the wrestling crew. Come on.
I know. Just have Vincent Mann come out.
Yeah, Vincent.
I know.
This is my
Papa
grandpa.
Toretto.
So what's the lady crushes?
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What's that?
So we got the guy crushes. What's the lady
let's
crushes?
see. My wife's gonna kill me because
Selma Hayek.
Ooh, I like that.
yeah.
One. Damn.
Yes.
I like that one.
Amazing.
And
I like Aubrey Plaza.
She just keeps getting better.
Oh, she gets
Yeah.
finer as
Fuck.
like age fine as wine,
Yes.
Let's see.
Spanish wine.
I think I have so many it doesn't even count. Like it doesn't.
I mean, I have a lot too. But
If you had a pass,
What's that white chick from?
Reese Witherspoon,
Yeah, that one. No.
Julia
from
Roberts,
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
I don't know. What's that? Euphoria? Is that Halle? No, it's not Halle Berry. She's
It's an HBO show.
what she,
I don't
what she
watch
look
that.
like?
Oh,
sexy.
can't describe to you, buddy.
Zendaya.
She's
No, not Zendaya.
Oh, I don't know.
There's another one. She's white, blonde.
Hunter. No,
Blue
she's
Eye. Hitler's wet dream.
Sydney Sweeney.
There you go. Hold on, maybe. That's her. Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yep, that's her.
Sydney
I never watched
Sweeney.
the show, so I don't know.
You
who
never
she
watched the
is.
show? Oh my god, it is just.
She's on something. What else is she on?
She looks like she does drugs. Look at that.
That's hot. Like,
they
don't you watch
all?
your woman drugged up?
Don't they?
No,
all?
I mean-
don't cancel me. I'm just playing.
American actress, producer. She first gained attention for appearing in the television series Everything Sucks,
Never seen it.
The Handmaid's
Bet
Tale,
it
and
sucks.
Sharp Objects. In 2019, she was featured in Quentin Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's where I know her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
I
her there.
love that movie. That is a badass movie.
Yep.
Still
Anything
haven't
Quentin
seen-
Tarantino does is badass. He's
If you had to let go of any of the movies, out of all, I think how many you made? 10.
he's only at
He's at
8.
8 now.
He's at 8 now. He's
But-
only going to make 10.
Yeah.
That's right. He's only
He's
gonna
only
make
going to
10.
make 10.
Out of all 8 that are out right now, which one would we eliminate?
Eliminate?
Yeah.
Eliminate.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm here to bring the hard questions, buddy.
I haven't even seen them all. So
Probably. Oh, what's that?
I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Hey,
I've
you're
The
seen
vampire
Reservoir Dogs.
one.
Dust Till Dawn.
Django.
Yeah, I don't really care for Dust Till Dawn. It's all right, but I could lose that one.
I tried to watch it the other night, and if a movie doesn't grab me in like the first 5 or 10 minutes, I can't. I just turn it off.
That one's mine as well.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dust Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn?
That'd probably be
Let me
mine.
it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong.
Of
really
course,
good.
yeah. Like I said, I
What else
love. He's done Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. Let's see, Reservoir
Someone
Dogs.
said
Pulp
Kill Bill
Fiction,
the other
Kill
day,
Bill,
and that one was
Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2.
I didn't agree.
Inglourious Bastards. That
Oh,
one.
That is my favorite.
I need to watch
No, I'll
that
take that
because
one.
favorite movie of all time.
I love the
Django Unchained.
Yeah, Django
I'll take that one
Unchained.
off.
What, Inglourious Basterds?
Yeah.
I will fuck you up.
I try to watch it like 3
Oh.
times and I fell asleep 3 times.
Really?
Did you fall asleep in the first 10 minutes?
No. Like 30 minutes, first 30 minutes.
I was gonna say you
He
uncultured
also did the eightfold.
swine.
The eightfold.
I tried to
I didn't know he.
finish
I didn't know he
Eightfold?
did that. Yeah, I
I
didn't know
haven't
he
seen
did
that one either.
I've seen that one.
I
only
don't
once
watch
or
a lot
twice,
of
though.
new stuff.
But I think Once Upon a Time and then obviously Pulp Fiction are my top.
Those are
yeah.
staples in
I
time.
love fucking Pulp
Oh, yeah.
Fiction.
Pulp
I could watch
Fiction
it.
is-
And my wife hates it. My wife hates that fucking movie.
That, like, I've told the story before, but I remember as a kid hearing my mom and dad, they were talking to their friends, and they were like, oh, yeah, we went and saw Pulp Fiction, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it has a little drugs, a little sex, all that stuff. And I was like,
A little.
oh, it has sex in it. So I told my
Stabs her in the heart.
I was at my friend's house, and I was like, hey, get your mom to rent Pulp Fiction. I heard there's sex in there. They were like, yeah. And then we watched it, and the only sex scene is, what's his name, Zed screwing
fucking
Marcellus Wallace in the
Marcellus
ass. And I was like, that's not sex. So that was a very,
You might need to have that conversation with your parents.
I
Bud.
know. Mom.
I'm
I
scarred
mean-
for life now, Mom.
Technically, it was sex, but it's not the kind I was thinking. So,
Yeah.
Mom, you owe me. No, you owe me an apology.
Thank you for finishing that sentence. Sweet home.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Those are two good answers. I like those answers.
All
Good
right.
job.
Oh, what the hell else would we want to ask?
What? I'll ask one while you
Okay.
look for another one.
Cool.
With money not being an object, so you have all the money in the world to do this. What is the top thing on your bucket list that you've got to get done?
Ooh.
The number one thing, and money is no object.
Johnny, I'm going to let you go first.
I'll let you go first.
Son, I've been talking this whole time.
I know.
The only
but-
time you open your mouth was to talk about women, you horny, horny dog.
Yeah, Salma Hayek.
I don't know. It's probably like to travel to like Europe and stuff like that, or actually travel to Japan. That's what it
What
is.
a
Oh,
basic
really?
bitch answer. No, but I would too, though. I'm not going to lie.
No, like
Go to
Japan.
Cancun.
Yeah, I wanna.
Yeah, go to Asia and
No, like Japan would be.
go
like my
straight
number
to
one
Japan.
thing.
Biggest
Yeah.
biggest place. Okay.
Japan would be cool. I've always wanted to go to like Norway because
Yeah.
apparently my great grandfather is from Norway, and I just want to go up there and see if anyone looks like me. So. Like, hey, you kind of look like me. You look cool. Are you?
Is your name Jared as well?
Yeah.
Kinda like
We're related. Wait, that's not how it works.
that's an episode of Family Guy. Peter Griffin goes back to look for his.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's an awesome,
Yeah.
awesome impression.
Oh, freaking sweet.
I guess travel. What else could you possibly do? I mean, I always been kind of big into like content creation, so maybe travel. That'd be one. I'd be probably more into like building all types of studios,
Oh, cool.
podcast studios, music studios, recording studios. Just have it open for my city, and have anybody just come and create. And money was no object. I make it for free.
Right.
But
Right.
that is my long time.
That'd be
ultimate.
awesome.
It's on the bucket list.
That'd be awesome.
One day when I die, when I turn 80.
Let anybody come in and then you see what they got.
Yeah, for sure. Like I
Fuck
said,
yeah.
I'm gonna be 80 one day, and I'm finally open something. I'm like, all right, kids, create,
Yeah.
do something,
Go for it.
and don't just be the. I don't want to say don't be on the other side of the phone. No, be the person that's pumping all this good stuff out.
Right. Right.
But it's I put my what's the saying? I've kind of tiptoed around everything. I got my feet wet around everything. I don't know what the expression is.
Dabbled.
Yeah,
or-
dabbled.
Dabbled.
Shower. No, that's not it. Okay.
I don't think.
I
Dip
bathed.
my toe in a little bit of everything.
I have bathed in a little bit of
everything.
everything. I've had the suds
tried a bunch of different
of success
soaps.
around me.
I've touched almost everything, content creation wise. So
this-
It's like, hey,
everything, not everyone.
Is that why you can't be within 100 yards of a school?
They told you that?
That's what.
Damn,
that's
man.
the word on the street.
Talkative bastards. talkative bastards. Yes.
Told me my record to be sealed.
they want me to slow down. If they really wanted me not to be in those areas, speed up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Just
You're the one that puts school zone. Makes me slow down.
For
So
sure.
I'd want to go to space. I don't know. I've just got such a fucking fascination with space. I just want to know if like everything is real that they're saying.
right.
Like that's my biggest thing. Is just like you can't tell unless like there's no way for us to tell because any image that they send back from space, they doctor it on the computer.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come in like the James Webb Telescope has an infrared camera on there, so I think that's what it is. But it can basically see a different wavelength of light than what the Hubble telescope
And
could.
it's beautiful images
Yeah,
of space.
because literally the Hubble had like a range of like this. The James Webb has a range of like this, so it can see so much fucking more stuff. But they doctor those images, so I mean, you don't know if that's actually what it looks like. I mean, they can guess, but
what if it's more boring than what you thought it was?
I mean, fuck it. It's good sequel.
Like it's all just pitch black.
I know, dude. That would be scary.
weird.
Cruising,
That's
just like
terrifying.
The
hope
fuck?
I'm going the right way.
Yeah. Where is everything?
I mean, like I'd be
What the
steering
fuck?
like a car.
Space
crazy.
Space is scary, and I don't think we talk about it enough.
No, it is so insanely big. Like that, a light year is a unit of measurement, which means how long it takes light to travel that distance.
Right.
And a light year. So basically, if you went 50 light years out, look back at Earth, you'd be looking back 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like there's certain things. So if there's a planet that's 65 million light years away, and if they had a telescope and looked at Earth right now, they'd see dinosaurs walking around.
Yeah.
So it's so freaking insane that it's mind blowing.
But it's interesting, Jay, what you just said. See, I feel that way about our oceans. Like, I would love to go into space. I fear going into, like, I'll go out into the ocean, like on a cruise ship or a boat or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I ain't getting into that fucking deep water shit. Ain't gonna happen.
You must have saw
Ain't gonna happen.
Wakanda Forever, didn't you?
I've seen them all.
I haven't seen that one yet, damn it.
I've seen Jaws,
Namor's
Wakanda.
down there, buddy.
I've seen it all. It's just that shit scares the shit out of me. It really
I think
because we know more about space
Yeah.
than we know about our own oceans.
But
because
why?
we don't have the
So
capability of getting down there.
NASA was originally
Correct.
made to explore the oceans.
Correct.
They explored it for
And
a
we
little
couldn't
bit, and
do it.
they're like, "Oh fuck,
It's too much pressure.
let's go to space instead." So it's like,
Yeah.
did they find something? Did they realize it was just not
Well,
that?
all these stories about when the astronauts came back from the moon and they were told not to say nothing. That's like, what the fuck did you see?
yeah,
Right.
For real.
and you can tell in the interviews they're just sitting there just like
They're scared.
they
out of their
look
fucking
like
mind.
they've seen some shit.
Yeah.
So
Sweet home.
yeah, 2 aliens fucking on the moon. They're cousins.
That's why they call it anal probing.
We don't need to do this anymore. You just do it for fun now.
Don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Don't make me.
There
go
was a
back.
picture of, I forgot what astronaut it was, but they were testing the jetpacks. And so he went out he unbuckled himself from the rest of the spaceship. And I forgot what it is, but you can look it up. And it's like probably the most famous astronaut picture
Yeah, I've seen
found on Google. And he's just floating on top of the earth. Nothing close to him.
Yeah.
So if that jetpack failed,
Right.
he would have gone to the endless abyss.
Yeah.
You just started floating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing for you to push against.
No.
Like you
Oh,
can't
no.
just go to Earth and be like, oh
No.
it's-
Yeah. You
It's-
can't start
You better,
swimming.
Well,
It's like-
hope to God you
Yeah.
have one good fart in you.
know.
that will propel you to get that to where you need to go.
Like, come on, come on! I know it's in there.
Damn it, I shit myself.
Hey, I don't care.
Yeah.
I
Die
gotta
in
shit
shitty
myself
underwear out
to
here
get
in the
back.
darkness. And then plus your suit only has so much power and so much oxygen on it.
Right.
So eventually
Yeah.
you're gonna run out and you're just gonna be like
Yeah.
and then just float away.
But I think what's crazy is the story was that the astronaut had mentioned how far I think he went like 30 meters out. And just being 30 meters out, he said he felt the most intense cold he's ever experienced. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's weird. Yeah, that's nuts.
It's scary out there, but fuck it, I wanna go.
Yeah, I'd go.
Yeah.
I'd go to
That'd be
space
fucking
Yeah, I would too.
badass.
because my bucket list thing is to be in like a fighter jet. But I'll take a rocket. I'll take a spaceship. I'll take that flight. Fuck yeah, that'd be a
Millennium Falcon,
wild.
whatever.
That'd be a wild ride,
Just call
man.
Elon Musk. I think we
know.
could arrange that for you.
I know. We'll pull up in a Tesla. I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I've seen this movie.
When this baby hits 80 miles per hour, you're gonna see some
Why
serious
80?
shit.
Why was it 80? Why
Or
was it
85.
Oh,
But-
yeah, that's right.
Oh,
it was
88.
88.
I don't
88.
know.
was 88.
I can't remember the reasoning, but I don't know. Anytime I'm driving, I see 88. I was like, oh, we're fixing to go back in time.
Teenagers have gone faster than
You're
that.
getting ready to
Yeah.
see some serious shit.
Like, that's every day in Texas on the highway.
Fuck
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
That was
Yeah.
me today.
You just see everyone driving. Just
I think the speed limit is 88, if I remember.
probably.
I don't know. That's the highway. My bad. But yes, you see 88 all freaking time. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
who made this number up?
Oh yeah.
It's just Hollywood trying to finish a movie.
Yeah.
Just make him go 88 miles an hour. He'll go back
Yeah.
in time.
Well, back then it was easier to tell because like people didn't have Google and the internet at their fingertips where they can look up all this stuff. Now movies literally have to be made extremely accurate because so many people are going to sit
But
there and complain.
there is an appreciation for it when they get it right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like, oh my God, these dudes did their fucking
Yeah.
homework.
Because what's his name? James Cameron, Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying that what the sky looks like in the movie. I can't remember if it was correct or not correct, but James Cameron had to consult Neil deGrasse Tyson later on of when they're sinking, what that sky actually looked like the stars and everything that were there.
Which movie?
Titanic.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I heard.
did hear about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't remember if it was correct in the movie or if it later on he just asked him to see or whatever. But
Right.
basically, on that date in 1912, what those stars would have been,
What they were
Yeah.
aligned.
I was just like,
Holy
that's
shit.
kinda, I mean,
That's
I didn't even
Okay,
think about
fucking
that.
nerd. Who cares
I
about
know.
that? The
That's not
stars?
the right constellation above them.
Right?
It should be the Sagittarius or constellation, not Capricorn.
Where's the Big
Idiots.
Dipper?
That's literally
That's
where
the one I
everybody
know.
goes. Yeah, everybody knows Big Dipper and Little Dipper.
Orion's
There's
Belt.
a
Orion
Little
Belt.
Dipper?
There's a Little Dipper.
What?
Yeah.
They made the remix? I wasn't
They
even aware of-
rebooted it and it
They
wasn't as
rebooted-
big.
Okay, Quentin Tarantino was a touch this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Orion fucked the Big Dipper and got the Little
The only
Dipper.
reason I know
Sweet
Orion's
home.
Belt. He's a little special, but let him up there.
He's got wet feet.
Yeah, because Orion's Belt, I only know that from Men in Black. It's like, there's Orion.
Yeah.
There's Orion's Belt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Well, that's what the little
not
dude
hosting
said in the
an inter-
big dude's head,
We're not
motherfucker.
hosting
Why
an
did the belt
intergalactic
get such a
yeah.
shutout?
Do what?
Why didn't he get a bracelet too? Like why
Yeah.
was it? Why was
yeah.
the belt so important that he got a
There's
shutout?
Orion's
Yeah.
chain. And there's Orion's Nikes.
And if you can see closely, children, he's wearing the Jordan 1s.
Yes. And Jinkos.
I'm glad that is not a thing anymore.
Oh my God.
I
love
had a pair.
Jinkos.
Yeah, I had a pair of
Oh.
Jinkos, baby.
I found a pair of Jinko shorts at Goodwill
What?
a while back.
Shorts?
Mint condition, $5. And I bought them, and I think I left them down to San Antonio.
Oh,
No
fuck.
way.
But those were fucking gold. They were perfect
Right.
condition. I love Jinko shorts because they
How
come
did y'all
down to
not
like mid
drag
calf.
mud around?
Yeah, the pants it kind of sucks, especially on rainy days. You come home, and you have
yeah.
that wet spot on the back of your
Yeah, it just
pants.
absorbs up to your ankles.
Pretty much. And you don't feel it at all, but it's just you have like this dark spot on the back
Right.
of your pants, and then you always got the fray marks, and then you get the little hole in there, and then eventually it'd break off, so you have the little fucking flapper back there.
Yeah.
So y'all look back at Jinkos and be like, good time.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I look back at like DGK. I'm like, ew, what the fuck were we doing?
So how?
I love booby shirts. What were, it's fucking
Yeah, I like
embarrassing.
Yeah.
How old are y'all?
Don't worry about it. No, but-
Damn.
all right, guys.
Well, that's the show.
Yeah.
No, I am 29.
I'm 30.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm 38 and he's
44.
yeah. So we're old, but a little bit different. Like Jinkos was all I wore.
Jinkos was what, 80s?
No, it was
90s.
mid 90s, mid 90s,
94.
late 90s. Yeah,
Yeah, 90s.
Late 90s.
Mid-
It's about
90s, late 90s.
Mid to late 90s.
To be honest, I don't know what you are talking about.
Jinkos.
Jinkos?
What? Oh man,
Big
these
ass-
are beautiful.
Big ass
Okay.
jeans. Here.
Let me-
Oh, you
Yeah,
pull it up on the- pull it up on the green screen.
Pull it up, Jamie.
I've probably seen. I've seen them probably, but I don't know like,
Like one of
off
the Joe
the
Budden
name.
podcast.
Right.
Of Joe Rogan. They're just incredibly huge bell bottoms.
All right, I thought that's what they were, but I wasn't sure because I never knew the name of them. I just
I feel like
seen
every
them.
time you walk in Jinko jeans, it makes a Taco Bell like sound.
Yeah. I've never had
Yeah,
those.
I had these.
Oh no,
I had those.
Oh no.
These
Those are
are
the
the-
exact ones
That's
that I had.
crazy.
Had the mammoths.
Yeah.
They had I think 40-inch openings on the bottom.
Yeah.
40-inch opening.
Yeah.
My little
Look at
ankles
that
were
dude.
probably.
He
at
looks like
10.
he's having some
There's-
fun.
There's some. Yeah. There's some good ones.
All right, yeah, I've seen them, but I
Yeah.
just didn't know the name of them.
I feel like those could come back. I
didn't
really think those could come back.
I've seen videos of people with them recently.
Do you know why? There's a I don't know how familiar you are with like streetwear, but there's a brand called Mischief, and they just released these big red Astro boots.
I saw
yeah.
those. They look like cartoon boots.
Yeah,
almost.
and they're kind of cool to me. Like I was like, oh, they look like Astro Boy.
Apparently,
Astro
these
Boy,
are
yeah.
here to stay. I'm
So-
like,
No, they're not. I promise you, they're not.
So Jinko, the company, was founded in 1985, but they didn't start hitting the market until 1990. So it was actually the whole 90s.
oh damn.
I thought it was more mid 90s.
Yeah, because
They
like
hit their peak at 97.
yeah,
They made
that's about-
$186.9 million in 1996 to 1997.
Because I think their pants were about back then. They were like $50 or so. A
Oh, yeah.
piece, and that was a lot for a
Yeah.
pair of jeans back then.
I had
So,
I had to buy my own pair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like my Oakley
Well,
glasses. I had to buy my own Oakleys.
I had the
to buy my own
knockoff
Jinkos.
brand that was Arizona's brand at JCPenney. They were called Zones,
Zones.
Z-O-N-Z.
Yep.
I had a couple pairs of those. My mom would buy me those all the time. But so my mom
Yeah.
used to work at JCPenney, and she had discount there where she can get, I think it was 25% off.
Fucking Zones.
But they had certain brands that were, I think they referred to them as like value add or something like that, where she couldn't get extra discount on them. So she would never buy me like Jinkos and stuff like that, unless they were like on clearance or something. But
Would y'all wear Jinkos now?
No.
Oh come on.
Fuck
I mean,
no.
I'd wear. I don't know if I'd
Stand
wear them
behind
in
your
public. The shorts maybe. I
Back
don't
in the
know.
day, I loved them, but no.
I'm just not that style anymore.
Not for my old ass.
They were cool though.
They were cool. I liked them.
I didn't like them to cover the whole shoe. I like because that's
Yeah.
a lot of people back then, and especially me, wore the shell toe Adidas, and then you'd have the front of it sticking out. You have the
Right.
pants
Oh, yeah,
hanging
yeah.
down. You have your best like black T-shirt with like Marilyn Manson or ICP on it. Got your metal
Mainly ICP.
metal beads. They're real big.
Yeah.
Big ball necklace. Dude, that was a style like that or the
Pantera
little
shirt.
hookah.
Bring back the '90s, goddammit.
Yes, God.
Well,
I want to have a
technically
90s
are
party.
though.
Ooh.
A 90s party
That's
was
what
so
we need to
fucking
do.
fun.
90s
Yeah.
party.
Yes.
Yes.
Good answer, Jared.
yes. Yes.
All right. Did we answer the last question?
Yeah. So now, no, that
was
was
the
the
last
third
question?
question. The third question.
Well, you
top
asked it.
bucket list.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's
now
right.
the fourth question.
Okay. So what is your go-to song to sing in the shower?
Sweet Home Alabama.
The one he hates. He hates it so much he
I'm
sings
telling
in the
you,
shower.
I will sing the shit out of a song until I hate it. What's Johnny? Go ahead and answer that one. I know you got an answer.
Why
for
you
that
always get coming to me first?
one. Because
I can't think
the
of these
truth
off the top
is
of my
more
head like that.
embarrassing than the lie that you're gonna give. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since Wakanda Forever, and anytime I get in the shower, I get that little zesty song that when Namor came out on. I don't know if y'all know it or
I haven't
not.
seen that movie.
No,
yet,
that's
damn it.
okay. Good. Let's not.
I
Pull
can't
it up.
remember it.
People forget I even said that. Don't you dare pull it up, Johnny.
The
God.
Namor song.
Yeah, the Namor
What's
song.
the Namor song?
No, I'm
It's
just
like
looking for a song.
Okay. No, but let's see, what do I sing in the shower?
For
Was
the
that the
longest-
question?
Yeah.
What
For
do
the
I-
longest time, I used to sing sitting on the dock of a bay. I don't know why. I'd just be in there sitting in the morning sun. And then
What's
I'll be
funny-
sitting in the heat sun.
What was? And I was literally just singing in the shower. What was I singing? Hey, no, cut that off. I will start getting zesty.
Yeah, he's gonna start.
No, that's not it, by the way.
Oh, it's not?
No,
Oh, Never mind.
I'll post it. I'll actually,
Don't picture him in the shower with that song.
Yeah, nope. Is that where we were going? With
Not
this?
y'all wham. Not y'all wham.
I know exactly.
Yes.
It might be that one.
Is it about a lack of willpower?
Oh, shut up.
Greater than that,
Hurry up.
obesity is a
Nobody cares.
Oh, it's actually okay. It's this one.
Does this have words?
No. Oh yeah,
Oh.
it does. It's Spanish, I think. I can't tell. Only reason for that is because it was an underwater scene and it made everybody feel very, very flowy.
Take
And I
it
was like,
literal.
yeah, it was literally an underwater scene. I was
Dancing
like,
in the
So-
shower.
I'm a big Marvel nerd.
So you probably would like singing the song "Under the Sea" then by. Little
Oh my
Mermaid.
god, I did that as a kid. Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Darling, it's better.
When is weather? Take it from me.
Yeah.
Up on the shore.
I'm very easily inspired. by underwater things. I would also.
I love Sebastian.
Oh, for sure.
He's my favorite.
Which one?
Huh? How many were there?
Oh, I don't know. I thought we changed the subject for some reason. I would actually pretend to hold my breath whenever I saw an underwater scene. So,
Little Mermaid?
No, yeah.
Whole movie's underwater. Half of it.
Not the whole movie. No.
A majority.
I
What's
almost
wrong
died.
with Jay?
I've
What's
never
wrong
made
with
it
Jay?
past.
I almost died in Finding Nemo.
This world.
Finally, he just tells his mom, "Bring the TV into the bathroom. I'll take a bath while I watch it."
Johnny, come on, let's take the pressure off. Of
Yeah,
Probably It Wasn't Me by Shaggy.
it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Or Usher Confessions.
For a shower song.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
What are you confessing in there?
You like slide on your knees.
Sliding on your
big is
knees
your
in the
shower?
shower
Fuck.
is crazy.
Like,
It's very plausible, very easy to do.
it's like
Soapy in all the right areas.
it's like
Squirt axe on the bottom.
it's like those raining scenes in the music videos where you can
Okay.
dance and stuff like that.
yeah.
Umbrella. You're all splashed in the water.
That is a great song.
The only
like
reason I
Tom-
like that song is because of Tom Holland
Holland,
on
yeah.
what's it called?
Lip sync battle.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
that's
blew
right.
that up. He did
I was like,
such a
yay,
badass
that-
job.
It pissed me off during that time because everybody was kind of at this time everybody was comparing their Spider-Mans. Like I grew up with Tom Maguire. I grew up with Tom Maguire as well, but I traded up for Tom Holland because I'm a freaking nerd and I'm an MCU buff.
Yeah.
But which if you go back, Tom Holland's movies are a little bit corny. I think everybody just has that nostalgia factor tied into it. But this was when everybody was kind of doing the whole Spider-Man war thing.
Yeah.
And then Tom Holland starts singing Umbrella. Pecs showing.
Dancing around.
Dancing around. in
all
the rain.
wet.
Yeah, all wet.
Beautiful.
Hard as a rock. But I was,
Rock hard watching it.
no, I was like, okay, that's not my Spider-Man. I go back to Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Andrew's pretty fucking good.
I like Andrew. He's a good one.
I like how David did it last podcast. You know, Tom, both great. He's Spider-Man and a great Peter Parker. Andrew, great Spider-Man, not so much a great Peter Parker.
Tobey Maguire, amazing Peter Parker.
But not such a great Spider-Man.
I just didn't see him as an action guy, really.
No.
Like, especially in part 3 where he started going on
Oh my
emo
God.
and just walking down the street.
Yeah.
was
Three,
like,
he
no,
really
dude.
didn't do it. Yeah. And he is a very ugly crier.
Yeah.
Oh my
Very
God.
ugly crier.
There was
Like,
a time in my life.
I don't think there's anybody that beats him in ugliness of crying.
No.
He's bad.
He's
But anyway, what?
There was a time in my life where I had Tobey Maguire's crying face as my wallpaper.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It was iconic. Yeah, there is no ugly criers.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian comes close.
Yeah.
She had a meme after her. Even though she's very, very
Okay.
pretty,
Yeah.
ugly crier.
Yeah.
It's always a pretty
I
one.
think her ugly crying though is because she's faking it. She's just crying just to get
Oh, so
fucking
she's a
attention.
horrible actor. Is what you're
Correct.
saying.
Yes. Very much so. She's got an ass and that's about it.
See, but then I think everything she does is acting. So
probably is.
It probably is.
It's like, how do you know who she really is? And then,
I don't think she's stupid at all, though.
Oh, I don't think
No,
she's
I'm
stupid.
sure that
You don't
they're-
accidentally become a billionaire.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah. I think that whole family is pretty smart in what they're
Yeah.
doing, but
they at least know how to market themselves.
Oh,
Sweet
yeah.
home man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of weird that the mom was like, yeah, just put out your sex tape.
Yeah. Put
You'll
it
make-
out, honey. You know.
I was like, oh my God, I'd be mortified if my mom ever saw my sex tape.
yeah.
Not that I have one.
I was like,
A mom, by the way. No, but
sorry, Mom.
no, but how comfortable they were with that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like that's your child.
Right. And how many times did they watch it?
Apparently, how many times did I watch it? Or did,
Did her parents watch it?
It's rumored that she kind of controlled. She made them do a second one because the first one didn't look like it. According to Chris, it didn't portray Kim in the right light.
Oh.
Which what the fuck?
What do you?
What light do you want?
Yeah. You look like a whore in this one. Let's get you.
Yeah, we
see.
want you more innocent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which explains why the
what's that?
the tape was asked because it's like, oh, they've never done this before.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's a sick family. But hey, I guess to be that successful,
I mean, they're doing something right. Get
kudos,
all that
I
money.
suppose.
Yeah.
No one likes them, but
Well, and
it's like one of the most.
I think that's a lie. I think someone likes them.
There's-
Someone has
yeah.
to.
oh yeah, well yeah, to be that successful for
Yeah.
people just to sit on their ass and watch their show. I mean, they're watching celebrities live out their lives while they just sit on their ass and don't live their life. I mean, their life is watching somebody else put their life on TV. Why? Like, I have never seen one fucking episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No.
I haven't
doesn't
seen.
interest
I haven't
me.
seen any episode of any type of show that is that type of genre. You know,
The reality kind of
the
shit.
reality shit. Yeah, I couldn't think
I've
of
seen
it.
some like
I haven't seen any of it. I don't got time.
don't know.
I gotta
like
live my
Jersey-
own life.
Jersey Shore. That
Oh,
was a
I-
fucking banger.
I watched the shit
I love
out of Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
I lost brain cells every
Yes.
weekend.
God. The first 2-3 seasons were
Kevin
really
here.
fucking good.
Kevin here. T-shirt time. T-shirt time. Like,
Pauly D makes that show like 100%. Just,
Right.
He's like, and bring pickles, dog, and Rose pickles. That stupid fucking duck phone.
duck phone! I wanted one so fucking bad.
Did you ever see that show?
I have not seen. Like
you
I
know
said,
the
I have
premise of the
never-
show.
I know.
There's a premise. I watched the show.
Kinda.
I know a lit. Yeah, I mean,
It's just like
I get
it's
it,
it's a
but-
beach house,
Okay.
or not really a beach house, but it like backs up to the beach, the boardwalk in Jersey.
Right.
And it's just these random people that they audition, and then they all show up at this house and live there.
Oh.
And then when
I
they
didn't know that.
show up, they all like meet each other and stuff. And there's 4 guys, 4 girls. What is it?
I thought they
Mike-
were all a family.
No.
Oh,
No.
They
Oh,
became
wow.
friends
Sweet
from the show.
home.
Yeah.
No, they
I
were
mean-
fucking.
Okay.
I mean, they've all pretty much fucked each other, but
Oh, well, shit.
yeah, there's the
Welcome to
situation
Mississippi.
or Mike, there's Pauly D, there's Ron, and there's Vinny, and then the girls was Sammy. The original girls was Sammy, Snooki, JWoww, and who's
There
the
was
other one?
always a miscellaneous.
Angelina. She was the original one, and then she didn't get along with them at all, and then she left the show.
She got
And then she
booted
came
off.
back, and then she left the show. And then they all went. All they would do is there was a T-shirt shop that the owner of the house had on the boardwalk, and he said that they could stay there, but they had to work in the shop. So then they would go work there. But other than that, it was either they work or they went out and partied. And that's literally all they do. And they would fight. They would screw each other. They would bring home.
Like literally screw each
Yeah,
other. So.
literally. So Ronnie and Sammy hooked up, and then broke up, and then hooked up, and then broke up, and then it went back and forth. Like, she doesn't have anything to do with it now.
Right.
And Ronnie's he's so freaking got so much drama going on. I don't think he's even part of the latest season that they brought out. But
That's weird.
yeah, they did. I think it was 5 or 6 seasons, and
I
then
haven't
they
seen a
stopped. Then they
single-
started the Jersey Family Vacation or whatever it is.
All you had
Right.
to do is just watch one show, and you'll understand every five
Yeah.
seasons.
Oh, probably.
The first like 3
Like I haven't even
seasons are
seen like
decent.
Big Brother. You know, I hear Big Brother's like a big deal,
Certain
and I haven't
seasons
even seen
are
that.
okay, but my ex-wife got me watching that, and I watched like 2 or 3 of the seasons. It's all right, but
Right.
it's more if you watch it from the beginning and you get to know the characters, you kind of build it up, and then you kind of have your favorites and everything.
Right.
But that show is fucking ruthless. Like, those people are locked in this house, and then each week there's 3 episodes a week. They have like a challenge. They have
I would say that's more like a game, right? Somebody
Sorta,
has to
yeah.
end as
yeah,
the
each week
sole
they
person.
eliminate one person, and they
Okay.
do like these challenges to where, okay, whoever loses this challenge, this person is up there, and then this person, and then
Okay.
it's a big mess and everything. But
Okay.
I don't know if I'd want to be in that show. Like, you have no privacy. Like,
Yeah.
they have cameras everywhere, in the bathroom,
And they're-
everything.
Even in the
And they- and
bathroom?
they
Not
kind
in
of-
the shower.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that part. I would like to.
Taking
There
a
was
shit. I
They'll
want to take
show
a
that,
shit
but-
in peace.
Yeah.
I can just imagine everybody in the interview room where
Yeah.
they're just getting everybody. He took a 12-inch dump.
Yeah.
Stinks. They have no
The whole
fucking
house stinks.
privacy.
Yeah, no shit.
He clogged up the toilet. So now they would do all these activities, and they kind of just they wouldn't do enough for them to notice, but they just do slightly enough for them to cause some kind of drama.
Right.
That drama builds up into fights. Fights
Right.
build into anger.
Yeah.
And makes for great ratings.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Get
I'm-
people fucking fighting.
I'm waiting,
yeah.
I'm waiting for
That's
the
what America
first-
wants to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
People living together and
Fuck
not getting
people.
along.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Broken
I'm just waiting for the ultimate reality podcast show.
Dude, that would be cool.
It's gonna eventually happen.
Oh, yeah.
Make
Just have two people
podcast
who
the
don't like-
movie.
Podcast the movie. Just have two people not like each other,
Yeah.
interview each other. So when's the last time you got any bitch? Well,
No, it'd be. I was thinking of this earlier. I was like, that'd be a cool premise, like podcast and movie. Like, we start up our own podcast, and then we get invited to other people's podcasts. But you get in, and then you kind of see what they have, and then you come break in their house later on. It's like a heist thing and everything. I was like, that'd be kind of cool.
it just shows up in the back of the video of the next
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
Is that
Well,
my skateboard? Or
yeah. Slowly, you're just getting all these
like-
other people's equipment and
Is
shit.
that the Funky Panthers skateboard?
Is that a Green Ranger helmet?
just like
What the fuck?
Bastards. Nah, that'd be
Is that Fort Worth's roots?
Yeah. You literally have my logo behind you. I know
Why
you
do you-
stole it. Oh.
Susan?
Is that my wife?
Yeah. Why is she on this show? What the fuck? So how long have y'all been in the podcast? Like,
Oh, that's a loaded question. So, I did podcasts. I want to say in 2016, and it didn't get far, obviously.
Yeah.
But at that time it was really hard. I think a lot of people at that time didn't know what a podcast was.
yeah.
True.
So when I was trying to build up a podcast, Johnny for the longest he's been helping me as much as he could. But we had that at that time it was. I mean, it's still the same scenario, but it's just Johnny's really been stepping it up. So we had like an hour between us, and I couldn't expect him to come over every single time I wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So it eventually just felt like hard, and I was like, I give up. And then I joined Instagram, and once I joined Instagram, I see a whole bunch of people doing podcasts. I'm like, where were these people? And it kind of inspired me. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know these individuals, but shout outs to the Thanks for the Invite podcast. Seeing them still doing podcasts.
TFT, baby.
Yeah, seeing them do a podcast inspired me to do it all over again. And I was like, all right, this time we're gonna do it different, because I wanted to do something educational. I was like, because all the podcasts I was listening to, I was getting informed on certain things, but they were making it funny, and that's what I wanted to strive for. And it just didn't turn out that way. I didn't have someone in my corner that saw the same vision. So I was like, this time I'm just gonna do it goofy. I'm just gonna be joking around, yada yada yada. And so I think Workaholics have been around for 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And
you're both on Workaholics, right?
he
Technically, I started on Workaholics, and then we had the other guy. His name is Aramis.
shout out to Aramis, by the way.
We had his schedule changed, so we ended up switching. So I ended up, because I'm the editor of the podcast, and technically the producer of the podcast, and so when our schedule changed, I just ended up editing the podcast, and then Jay had brought up he'd been wanting doing a rap podcast talking about like music in general,
Right.
and finally I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get on that one.
Well, the thing, not to cut you off, Johnny. The thing was, all right, like we were doing a podcast with me and Aramis, and it was starting. I got Aramis out of his comfort zone. We started doing podcasts regularly, and then Johnny, all of a sudden, I think it was really out of nowhere, just kind of jumped in, and then it became the three of us, and then
cool.
and it got Johnny out of his comfort zone, because Johnny was always a really shy and timid person. I don't know if you could tell. No, but
I'm
he's
still shy either
no.
way.
What was crazy is like he really did get out of his comfort zone. Like I would have never gotten him on a mic. I would say years ago.
Right.
It's something cool that happened over time. And then we all work at the same job, and our schedules changed. It's like shit, man. Like I finally got him out of his comfort zone.
And then,
Like I finally got him where I wanted him
Hey,
to.
right.
Remember that one podcast that I was talking the whole time, And
Yeah, and
you
then
messed it up.
and then somehow it didn't get recorded.
Oh,
That's the
fuck.
And he was talking on there for an hour,
God.
just him. I was like, "This is amazing," and it gets deleted by accident.
God, that sucks.
So,
Jesus.
I've always wanted to do a second attempt at another pod while doing them simultaneously, and I was like,
Right.
I was like, Johnny, I know it kind of sucks that we have to break up the Workaholic crew, but I kind of had this in the back of my head. Like, he is a very musical. Well, he doesn't do music, but anytime we had a conversation in our warehouse, it was always music based. It was always
Nice.
music related. And those conversations lasted 30 minutes. We would lose time at work just talking about music. And I was like, people love music. Why don't we just have a conversation about music for
yeah.
a podcast? So he thought about it, and he said, okay, we'll do it. And we did a few test runs, and it worked out well. And that's how Rhythm and Poetry was born. So now I'm doing Workaholics episodes that come out on Friday, and Rhythm and Poetry comes out on Monday. So we start off the week with music, and we end off digging around, telling.
Hell yeah.
I like that name. Rhythm and poetry.
Yeah,
I love that.
I
That's awesome.
didn't want to just make it hip hop related.
Right.
We just wanted to make it all across the board, and
Right.
something that grabbed that attention. We actually let our fans on Instagram kind of pick the name out for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it was 4 because we didn't. I came up with 4, and Johnny, I don't know if we came up with 2. We were just stuck with these names. I'm like, all of these are great.
Yeah.
And I wanted one, and it was already taken. And he wanted another one, and
It was taken.
it was taken as well. I was like, all right, let's just let them pick for us. And it was Rhythm and Poetry was
That's awesome.
won by a landslide.
Yeah.
It sucks because that was choosing the name for this one. I was like, I'd think of a name and then I'd Google it real quick and be like, okay, what all pops up when you search this? And then it popped up with like either podcasts or Facebook pages. Like, no, that someone's already using that for something. So, and then it was like, switch this because I really want to call this like Geeks on Tap or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be kind of cool because we drink and we're geeks.
And we're geeks.
Yeah. So
We're nerds.
and then
No, hold on. What's the difference between a geek and a nerd? I've always wanted to know.
I think they're about
I don't
the
know.
fucking same.
No, they are not. I despise that.
Let's see.
I think a nerd is more mathematical, very schooly, and
Okay.
a geek is like, I'm a
this.
geek Kevin.
Okay, so we're probably more geeks than nerds then. Yeah, because if you're gonna pitch it that way, nerds more mathematical, more school bound. Yeah.
See if I'm right.
geeks are collection oriented, gathering facts and mementos related to their subject of interest. They are obsessed with
Obsessed
with the newest, coolest,
Hurtful.
trendiest things in their subject that their subject has to offer. Nerd, a studious intellectual, although again of a particular topic or field. So
Okay.
I think
We're more geeks.
nerds.
Okay, so you could be a podcast nerd, but be a comic book geek.
Okay, so nerd, socially awkward, and an intelligent but single-minded person.
Oh, that's
We know that.
Obsessed
Yeah.
with a
Give it
non-social hobby or pursuit. Geek, a digital technology expert or enthusiast. So I guess if you are good at electronics, you're a geek. And if you're a single-minded, non-social, socially awkward
Single-minded.
idiot, then
Yeah.
you're a nerd.
I'm definitely not a fucking nerd.
Yeah, so
I'll go with the geek, even though
I
I'm
think
not
I
very.
learned that I'm both.
yeah, but yeah. It just sucks. Like, choosing a name is the biggest thing because you don't
Right.
want to change your name down the road. Like, you have to have one cool name when you start off. And
Yeah, you don't want a name that
something
500 other people have.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
So-
I almost didn't name it The Workaholics because there was a show that I didn't even know
Yeah.
existed named The Workaholics. I was like, fuck. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I'm going to make it my own thing. And if I fail to make it my own thing, then maybe it wasn't meant to be. True. But
And so you guys touch base on like all genres.
yes, rock, country.
Nice.
I've always been a heavy hip hop and, well, just hip hop
Okay.
and rap fan. I've never been into R&B, never been into rock, and it wasn't until like my mid to late 20s, maybe going into my mid 20s, where I started discovering rock and like I started opening my ears to more music. And I was like, oh, dude, there's so much great music. Why am I only?
There's a
Why am I subjecting myself to only just
right.
this amount of music? So I fell in love with country, fell out of love very quickly because it was very, very repetitive.
Yeah.
Rock was amazing. I got to learn about all different types of rock. My favorite band to this day is 9 Inch Nails.
Ooh, I like you.
And it went from and it literally went from that to house music to I can't even tell you how much music I actually got to. It was just by getting to introduce myself to new people and getting to know more music.
Right. Yeah, I really hate the people that, just single out, all they listen to is this, because I love rock. My go-to is rock. But I will listen to all the different genres out there. I mean, there is some country that I do love. I love Garth Brooks to death. Every single song that he sings, I love.
George Strait is the same way.
George
I
Strait.
love George Strait.
Exactly, yeah. But you got to be open.
I'm planning on taking my wife to a George Strait concert if he ever has.
That was my
one
very
more time.
first concert. George
Really?
Strait. Very, very
Lucky
first
dog.
concert was
You
George
freaking
Strait.
lucky dog.
If he does any, it's going to be like either
$1,000
single
a
show-
ticket?
Yeah, it's single
Yeah.
shows or like a
Yeah.
stay at like a
And he
Vegas or
just
something.
stands there and plays a guitar, and everybody, all these women just throw their panties
I
at
love
him.
that.
I mean, the fucker's a genius. He's
Yeah.
badass. But yeah, my very, very first concert was a George Strait concert.
Crazy.
It was awesome.
I don't even want to tell you my first concert. So
What?
What is it?
I'd rather not say.
No,
That's the
come
next
on.
question.
Come on.
Miranda
No.
Lambert.
No, I love. She is bad. Why the fuck did what's his ass leave her? Blake Shelton. You have Miranda Lambert, and you go to Gwen Stefani.
I don't know. That's a fair trade to me.
No,
To me. Even though Miranda
no.
Lambert is a fine
It's not
woman.
It's not worse, but I mean,
I think it's worse.
Really?
I think it's worse. I will stand on. I will take it to the
Jamie
grave.
Pullett? No, I'm playing.
Miranda Lambert is 100 times better than Gwen Stefani. I love Gwen Stefani, and no doubt. I think that band had some good songs, good music. I think she's a good artist. But just comparing the two, just for me, Miranda Lambert landslide on Gwen Stefani.
crazy.
She is so fucking
Yeah,
hot.
my wife's
and my wife's
always-
name is Miranda, so all Mirandas are hot. So.
See, I knew there was an agenda behind that. My wife still is a crazy Miranda Lambert fan, and when she was in town, she was like, "Can we go?" She was like, I said yes, and then she's like, "You got to learn her songs." I was like,
Oh, Jesus. You got to learn your song?
Yeah, because she didn't want to be
Like
alone.
a fucking quiz?
Yeah, I know, right? She's like, I better not be the only one singing there. She wanted me to join in and sing, and I was like, okay, I guess. So I did it for her because every man should love his wife.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. And honey, I know you're watching this. So.
Yes. We love you.
I'm held hostage. So I learned the songs. And
He loved the Miranda Lambert concert. He really did.
No, but it was great. She was a great performer.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome, and oh my God, she looked better in person. So it's just
yeah.
the thing. I guess it's just a celebrity thing. These women, I mean, not these women. I don't want to sound like that, but these celebrities, like you're so used to seeing them on the TV that their faces just kind of like blah. But when you see them in
Right.
person, it's like, wow,
Wow, you're fucking hot.
yeah, no fucking shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was Miranda Lambert, and I think who else was on there? I forget his name. He's a black country dude.
Black country dude.
I forgot his name.
Cowboy Troy.
He
No, that really is a black
Yeah.
country guy. Recent black country guy. Oh,
he's a country
Darius?
Darius,
Yeah.
Darius Tucker.
There you go.
Darius
Him.
Tucker.
Rucker.
Rucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
From,
used to be
Hootie and
Hootie and
Blowfish.
Blowfish.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Fucking
he's awesome. He got
Seems pretty cool.
no. He got the whole stadium. I mean, if Miranda didn't do it all on her own, he got the whole stadium just to get up and he was telling jokes. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for those performers because I'm pretty sure it's not easy.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Just for them to act enthusiastic night after night of the same shit that they're doing
Right?
over
I didn't
and
even
over.
think of that part.
Because that's the
Right.
thing, like, for how sick we get of a song, we hear it only when it pops up. They
Right.
They
have to sing
it.
that every
Yeah.
fucking
Every
night,
fucking
and that's what they're
time.
known for.
Right.
Sing this, okay.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm very much one that I don't like doing what's expected of me. If you say do this, I'm like, no,
Right.
Fuck you.
Oh my God,
And
yes.
Dance monkey.
Yeah.
Dance.
I know.
Dance monkey.
oh, do that
dance.
thing you do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's funny. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck you. Like, it's, no.
Just like how many times Seth MacFarlane gets told to do the Cool Whip.
Yeah.
You know, do the Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Why are you saying it like that? Well, I'm just saying Cool Whip.
When my wife tells me to wash the dishes, when I was on the way to wash my dishes, I almost
Oh, I know.
it drives me nuts.
Yes.
I'm like, I was already going to, but I
Right.
don't want to do it no more.
Right.
I know.
Just to prove a fucking point. What do I win? Nothing.
Right.
I don't like doing what's expected of me.
Yeah.
If you expect me to do this, I'm going to change it up and
Right.
do something different to screw with you. So,
But that's what I love too. Is I really like to connect to the artists, and there's so many artists out there that are just shit faced to people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I've heard that Gwen Stefani is that way, that she doesn't take time for people and stuff like that. I don't know if it's true, but like in the rock scene, we have seen Breaking Benjamin so many times, and Benjamin, the lead singer of Breaking Benjamin, we have met up with him. There's one time I was pulling into the parking lot of where the concert was, and he's standing outside on the curb. I almost wrecked the car because I'm like, there's Benjamin. He's right there. And I didn't see a curb was coming. So I almost wrecked. And then we finally park and we run over to him, and he talked to us. We took pictures with him. I mean, he's just standing outside where the buses are parked. Yeah. That's a cool dude. You know, Brent Smith, same way with Shinedown, lead singer of Shinedown. They're the same way. They encourage. They love being with their fans. You know, that's what I like. I love the famous person that actually takes the time to meet and greet their fans.
yeah.
You know.
And you also have to look at their definition of normal and your definition of normal. It's two completely fucking different things.
For
because
sure. Yeah.
if they give you multi-million-dollar deals and stuff, your lifestyle is not the same as mine. You go, you're traveling all the time, you're doing this. After a while, you know you're going to get fucking tired.
Right.
And I get it. Like, if you're a celebrity, you got to expect that people are going to come up to you. They want autographs, they want pictures and stuff. But at the same time, you got to realize that dude is, whenever he steps foot outside of his house, or sometimes even in the house for some of the people, they're constantly working because they have to have that good, you know, appearance that they put out to people. Because if they go out into public and then everyone sees them, they're just, fuck you, fuck off, get away from me. I'm trying to shop at Target and stuff.
Yeah.
And then no one's going to, oh, he's an asshole. And then it'll spread. And
My,
blah, blah, blah.
my favorite example of this is Kanye West.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember
His definition of normal is not ours at all.
No, not even close. But I remember my favorite video of all time is when the paparazzi are outside of this fucking house at 6 o'clock in the morning. Kanye's opening his garage door, and the paparazzi, "Good morning, Kanye." He says, "Fuck you," and then he just.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I know, but like,
Yeah,
if you don't get the context of that, you're just like, man, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So good morning.
Yeah,
There's a paparazzi outside of my fucking house at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Right.
No, you're getting cursed out.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I totally agree with that. Paparazzis and that type of shit. Hell yeah, you can do whatever.
privacy.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have some privacy.
Yeah.
Even the crazy fan that shows up to your house at 6 a.m. in the morning. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, that's borderline scary shit. Right.
Stalker.
But if you choose to go out into public, you choose to go to Target, you choose to put yourself out there, and you get recognized, and one of your fans comes up to you, you should take the time. I mean, fucking I would take the time to talk to him. And I mean, you put yourself out there. You didn't have one of your people go.
Yeah, because Target now has where they can bring the groceries out to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just pull up in your fucking car.
You could have got curbside, bitch.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would hate it if I go out to work every day and you just got people, hey,
Oh, of
Jets.
course.
Like,
yeah. For
fuck
sure.
off, get out of my way.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
Not today.
Like, bending over and everything.
Did you get him a good time?
Like,
Looking at boys.
bending over to pick up the newspaper in the morning.
Yeah,
Did you get a good shot?
exactly.
Did you like that view?
Like, oh, yeah.
You know,
These toes are exposed.
you know that'd be Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds. You like
Robe
that?
flaps a little bit. Yeah. Oh. You get a picture of that? The real Green
shit.
Lantern. Oh, man.
God. jokes just write themselves.
Hell
Yeah.
You can't teach that. No,
It just
oh,
happened.
man. So y'all both from here or Texas or
Yeah. Yes.
this area?
Yeah,
I'm from Fort Worth.
I'm from Texas, but from Frisco.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Way up north.
Yep.
Yeah.
When'd you move up down to this area?
He did it.
I'm
Oh,
still,
you still live in
Frisco?
Frisco?
Fuck.
So you drove from
dumbass.
Frisco to here? Fuck.
well, technically, I drove to Frisco to his house. And
Okay.
and then from his house to here.
Damn.
And where are
We're
you?
really close.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm over there on by TCU area.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're really close.
Nice. Yeah.
And I was just talking to I was just telling Johnny on the way over here. I was like, God dang, it's a small ass fucking world.
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude, because like Fort Worth Roots, his studio is right down.
Yeah,
like
that's just
it's
right down
a
the
3-minute
road.
drive from here.
Shit.
Funky Panther is about a 3-minute drive that way. Who else? is
Jared's
around?
like
I
in
need to
the-
move over here.
We're in the
Yeah.
middle of all this
pretty much.
greatness.
them. There's TFTI. They're in like South.
Yeah, I'm more closer to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where they are. I know their general area.
Yeah,
like I said, I don't know.
Granbury,
I don't know them personally.
somewhere
I just
there.
kind of I know them just because of
I've been to
people. Know
Jesus' house once because I was on their show back in like November or December, I think. So it was pretty cool. Like I like being on their show, and I'm trying to get them back on.
oh hell yeah!
They've been like when we first had them on, there was 3 of them because it was Joe, Lyrical, and Jesus.
Yeah.
And then he, for some reason, you were helping David at
I was
the
helping David
Comic-Con or whatever, some convention.
Dallas.
So we had all 3 of them in here. So I was like, cool, this is perfect. If everyone has a mic, because I was like, how am I going to do this? 3 guys plus the 2 hosts. I was like, someone's got to share a mic.
Right.
So,
Hey, you want to know a funny story?
yes.
Is when we started off our podcast.
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
3 of us shared one mic.
Oh,
Really? Holy shit.
You just put it on
Talk
a
about
rotate.
the hustle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pass it to each other.
We just had it in the middle. and
Well,
then
we had
just
a
kinda
Yeti.
talked
So
into it.
there was a setting on the Yeti. It records. It apparently has 3 built-in mics. So I was like, all right, let's position ourselves in the way that it can record us.
Oh,
the
really?
best. Yeah. So if you go to our very first episodes, it sounds very shitty. But over time, we were able to stave up and
All the sponsors that you guys have.
Oh yeah, all of them. Yeah. Shout outs to Elon Musk. And
All these damn sponsors.
Yeah, like,
Even
I
when
mean,
we
it-
upgraded too, me and Aramis had to share a mic at first.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And then when we eventually did get mics, they still had to share a mic. The reason for that was that Aramis and Johnny were still getting out their comfort zone, so it was kind of really easy to tell who was going to speak.
Yeah.
I'm very talkative. I did public speaking for like most of my high school career.
I mean, we couldn't tell this whole podcast.
Public speaking helps you out a ton.
No, public speaking is public. Hey, have I ever spoke English?
Yeah.
Public speaking was way more difficult than being on a podcast.
Oh, for
I
sure.
hated it.
For sure.
Oh, and so when
Yeah.
I got on the mic, I was like, oh, it's just me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
here
This
you can
is
at least,
nice.
it feels like you're talking and
Well,
stuff, and
well, yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
all right.
I guess it's also night and day because like I was doing it for like because I was at a nonprofit private school, and what's that?
Murray.
Oh,
He's whining.
Fuck up, Murray.
did we get him a mic? Get Murray a mic.
Yeah. You just hear,
Attaboy, I believe.
on your podcast.
So I was doing public speaking for my school, and like it was nonprofit, so we would need some I don't want to say charity, that's the wrong word, but we needed what's the word, some funding. So
Yeah.
I'd go out there, then made us tell our life stories and get people to come in.
This
So
was
that,
for your school?
yeah, this was for school.
Damn.
Really?
So like we would go out to these crazy nice events. We'd have to get all suited up and tell
Please
them
find
what.
our school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're poor. We need money.
And if the sadder your life story was, you were up and center. And unfortunately for me, I guess my life sucked. And they were
Oh
like,
my
hey,
God.
all right, Jay, up front and center. Go make these people cry.
My mother and father, Thomas and Martha, they were shot down in the streets of Gotham.
Her pearls went everywhere.
I was born at a very young age.
Jack Napier, if you can remember his name.
Remember that name.
My mother left me before I was born. So yeah, it's just like, hey, your life sucks. So I did a lot of public speaking. But like I said, it's night and day. Obviously, I got on the podcast and I got to talk about something I Actually, no. I got to talk about whatever I wanted to.
Right.
It was. I didn't realize I was ever funny, but there was a funny side to it, and I was like, I like that. So speaking on the mic is a lot more comfortable than it was looking a whole bunch of rich people in their eyes and being like, please give me money.
As long as I know the topic and I'm somewhat passionate about the topic, I can do it. You know, but it all comes from what Quick Trip did. Quick Trip deals with the United Way a ton, and they will give a store manager to the United Way for 4 months, and so they're basically Quick Trip still pays them, but they work for the United Way. They don't go to their store. They're not responsible for their store. For 4 months, they are just with the United Way. And the United Way has you go out and do these presentations in front of people. And in Wichita, where I did this, I had our retail market. So I'd go to Best Buy and Target and places like that. Little lunch break room, had 5 or 10 people in, nothing major. But then one of our guys had the airplane market, whatever. I can't really think of it right now, but
Nike.
Well, Wichita is huge in making airplanes. We have Cessna, Boeing,
Lockheed,
you know, all these places.
Lockheed.
So
General Dynamics, or
no,
America.
no. So this one guy had this huge account, and you have to go to a hangar, and there'd be hundreds of people there to come and listen to your speech. Well, I went and helped him one time, and, you know, I'm thinking of 10 people, maybe 20 people at the max, and I'm getting up on this little platform, and I'm like, so who's all coming to this? And it's like, oh, we got Hangar 1 and Hangar 2. I think Hangar 5 and 6 are coming too.
Hangar?
I'm like, hangars? Like, yeah, where we make the planes. I'm like, how many people are in a hangar? It's like, 50 to 100. We're going to have about 500 people up in here. It's like, okay.
Just picture everyone naked.
Yeah.
And try not to get a boner.
Well, when you got all guys in front of you.
Good thing there's a podium here. You don't want to know what's going on behind here.
But no,
I'm pointing you out. You right there. Oh, hold on. Let me. You can't see where I'm pointing.
But no, you
Zipper
learn real
burn.
quick. You learn real quick to be pretty good public speaker. So
Not everybody can do it.
no,
I can't do it.
true.
I can do it. I mean, I'm not really scared. I've performed 4 or 5 weddings. And
Oh, yeah.
stuff, and
But yeah, I mean, it could be that. But I also think that because you're really good on talking on the microphone already. That
yeah. Well, a lot of the weddings I did before I even started doing podcasting and stuff, it was more of I was the friend that my first wedding I did, I dressed up as Batman and performed the wedding, and then the bride and groom were dressed as or not fully dressed, but the clothing was resembled Joker and Harley Quinn, and the whole wedding was comic book themed and everything. So the groomsmen and the bridesmaids were all different comic book characters and stuff. It was actually pretty fucking
That's
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
And then,
sounds like my
but it was
people.
more of Ryan texted me. He was like, "Hey, me and Al are getting married, and you're gonna perform the ceremony, and you're gonna dress as Batman." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Cool, me."
So did you give the speech in your Batman voice?
No, I did it. I did it regular. I did.
That would have sucked.
I typed out the speech and I actually pasted it into inside a comic book. So when I walked up there, I had a Batman comic.
Awesome.
And it was I opened it
awesome.
up, and then you had the thing in there, so it looked like I was reading from a comic book.
That's awesome.
That is
I didn't know
awesome.
that part.
Yeah, I ended up giving it to him. I think I
That's
don't remember,
cool.
but yeah, there's I don't know where the picture is anymore. There's a picture in here somewhere. I may have put it up, but it's got I put it in the closet, but oh well. But yeah, I did that one, and then I was like, that was kind of easy. And now I've done a few more, and a vow renewal, and I've done a funeral. Actually,
Ooh,
I performed the eulogy at a funeral.
Damn.
I was like, fuck
That's
it,
gotta
let's
be
add to the resume.
Tough crowd.
awkward, yeah.
I know. Yeah. How we doing today? Oh. Sorry.
Who died? Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
We're going to hell.
Died and made you clean.
hey, that's been established, but I'm just trying to get the best seats in the house.
What the fuck was that?
Is that our indicator?
No. Alex sent me something on Messenger, but yeah, it was just public speaking was just it kind of came natural to me, and to me I like to entertain. Plus, I used to do like a lot of karaoke and everything, so just getting up there was nothing to me. So I was so fucking scared the first time I did it, and I was dating a girl that actually owned a karaoke bar called Jack London's. It was over in East Fort Worth, and now it's not there, but it wasn't like a full hood bar, but it was pretty fucking hood. And I went in there, and she's like, come up here on Friday night. I was like, all right. And I get there, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to die. And, like, you had the dude at the door checking IDs. Looks like he's from Compton, like all black build. What's up, motherfucker? And he's like, oh, yes, sir. Got your ID? It's like, my girlfriend's the owner. All right, get you a white ass in you. I'm like, oh, yes, sir. So I was scared as fuck. I had to have one of my friends go up there with me.
Yes, sir. I just pissed my pants, sir.
Yeah. I was like, oh, man, that's nothing. I was drinking on the way. I'm fucked up, man. So,
Don't fuck with me,
dude.
I'll
it
piss
was
on you.
It was scary, like the first time, and then so they have the main area. You walk in. There's a bunch of little tables and stuff. There's a little dance floor to your right, DJ booth and everything. And then they play like some music in there that was just kind of regular. And then if you want to get fucking wild on the weekend, they had the little side room over there that was like the pitch black with like the lights going and the freaking God, that was like a rave in there.
The Raven, yeah.
I went in there, I was just like, oh, I don't belong in here. Okay. I am way too white for this. So I went, and then I would just go hang out in the DJ booth with her DJ Donnie, and I would just go sit up there and chill with him and everything. I was like, man, this is cool. I was like, yeah. And I was such a douche back then, but I was so scared. And then
did you sing there?
Not whenever. So they wouldn't do karaoke on the weekends, but like during the week. But one time it was after hours, and obviously they close at 2 like every bar, but they would stay and clean up, and sometimes we'd stay after and drink and stuff. We'd sit up there like 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes. Nice. And they would turn on the karaoke stuff, and I did a song. It's I Can't Take You Anywhere by Scotty Emmerich. It's a country song, and I sang that, and they were like, dude, you did really good. I was like, I did, didn't I? So
I nailed it.
Exactly. So then we'd start going to karaoke bars, and I'd start signing up for karaoke, and then it became really fun to me. So I would go kick off the night. I would close out the night. I was like, I didn't care. I had a decent voice back then, I feel like, and then did it, and then I just kind of got out of the. Me and her broke up. And so I just kind of every once in a while I'll do it, but to me it was just like I don't care. I'll get up there. Yeah, doesn't matter to me. But I have to have like I'm not one. I took my karaoke very seriously. I wouldn't sit there and just do a funny song. Let me get up there and do Spice Girls or whatever. Like I wanted to sound like the artist.
Right.
I would sit there and study the lyrics before I went on stage. Like, all right. And then I'd be singing to myself and stuff, so I knew all the lyrics, and I would listen to the song so I can know when they do the everything, and then they get Jared to the stage. I'm like, fuck. Oh. And then I'd get up there, and I tried a few different things every once in a while. Yeah, the ghetto. That's usually my opening song because it's real low. And the snow flies. And I would start singing.
It builds up.
Starting and then it would kind of build up, and then I would do a few other ones. But I've still got like my kind of set songs that I do that are whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to sing these songs every time. But a lot of these people haven't heard them. But when you go to the same karaoke bar and you have the same people every night, you don't want to sing the same thing over and over because that is so fucking annoying.
Right.
Every time just, I want to sing Lauryn Hill. I want to sing Purple Rain. And it's like everyone fucking sings those songs.
Right.
Like, choose something different. So I would try to rotate my catalog, I guess, and try to come up with new songs. I'd be driving around during the days like, I can kind of sing that one good. I'll sing that tonight. So,
have you guys done karaoke?
No.
What?
Why am I not shocked?
Yeah, my wife wanted me to do it. I wasn't into it.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
I did karaoke one time in my entire life, and that's because I was shit-faced drunk.
Mm-hmm. What song did you sing?
I'm trying to
Tequila?
remember. It was, that'd be a great song to stand there. Whiskey. Fuck, I fucked it up. Fuck.
Vodka. Oh, fuck.
Started from the top.
Yeah, start over.
No, it was some pop song. I was out in Vegas. We were celebrating my I think we were celebrating my wife's birthday. And my wife does not drink. So I found out when you're at Vegas and they ID you, if they ID you the day of your birthday, they throw in extra shots for free.
Ooh.
So we would get all these daiquiris, and my wife does not drink, so she knew I was drinking them all down.
Oh, shit.
And we get into a bar, a really nice bar, and then they're doing karaoke. Well, they were saying, who's next? And I raised my hand up, and for some reason in my head, I thought I was raising my hand up to be like, oh, like I want to nominate somebody. And they're like, all right, come up. I was like, oh, shit.
Shit.
Like, and it was like literally whatever song they were planning to play
Right.
is what you sang. And I think it was
Oh,
like,
shit.
and that, wow.
Oh, it's like a Russian
just-
roulette kind of
yeah,
thing.
go.
yeah. So like, and it's funny.
They call it. There's a name for it. It's like fuck.
I was fucked up. So yeah, I don't.
There's a name for it. I remember because we would try to do that some nights when we get bored. But yeah, anyway, sorry.
Funny enough, like I'm saying, everything comes back around in a huge circle. It was a Gwen Stefani song.
Ooh, there you go.
And
All right.
only reason I knew that was because it said Gwen Stefani. I was like, I don't know one of her fucking songs. So
Yeah, that's the bad part is if you don't know like the rhythm of the song,
Right.
you'd be sitting there and be like, "This shit is bananas, BANANAS."
So I knew for a fact. I didn't have to be sober to know that I was fucking up real bad.
Yeah.
And somehow I still got applauded.
Ain't no hollaback girl.
It was a pity
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
applause.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he
Aw,
tried.
he
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I was drunk, so
He's
yeah,
so
it probably
special.
reverbed in my head. It was like it was an amazing.
I've done
Everybody was standing up.
my favorite night. I think it was my 25th birthday. I wanted a superhero party at the karaoke bar, and I dressed up as Captain America. I had full on the whole like onesie thing.
Were you wearing
Not
that?
that one,
Oh, you
no.
weren't wearing
It was
that.
a different one. It was before the movies were out, actually.
Okay.
And then I had the shield and everything. And then I went up there and I sang the Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture
Oh,
Show.
yeah.
And I knew the song by heart, so I just went out on the dance floor. I was like, everyone to the dance floor. And then you have Captain America leading this group of fucking drunks.
Nice.
Like, it's just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. And so I was leading all these people along. You got this drunk Captain America up there. And then that was great. Like, whenever
Wow.
you see people come out and start dancing to whenever you're singing and
Right.
stuff, that's the best feeling.
That's cool.
Like, especially with country music, I'd sing it, and then every once in a while you get a couple to come out there and start dancing around. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when he's holding you. Like,
I
got to
made that
put all your
happen.
heart and soul in it instead
Yeah.
of, ew. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my boner's gone. Okay. We're not having sex tonight. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
And that's all because of you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Fake ass George Strait. Oh, man. It's no karaoke. I love karaoke. I wish I did it once. I wish I had like a karaoke machine in my house.
Yeah.
I could probably do that, actually.
One of these days I
That'd
might
be
get
fun
up
for
there and do
parties.
it, but I
Yeah.
haven't done karaoke either.
I mean, you can search it on YouTube, I bet. So, and then just set up mics and whatever. I've got like 50 mics, so, or not really, but maybe one day at our
One day.
90s party.
Yeah.
Whenever I find a
Yeah.
house to
90s
move.
karaoke.
Oh,
In your
dude.
Jinko jeans.
And the Jinko jeans.
I don't have any Jinkos, but
Full circle.
I'd wear all
We can find-
Adidas.
I'm sure
or break
Goodwill
dances
has
and
some
stuff.
Jinkos somewhere.
Ooh, some Run DMC.
If I get a house before I move in, I should just bring like a few chairs and stuff and just have a party. That way it's super easy to clean.
Right.
And then it's like, all right, let's move in
Wow,
now.
it's very minimalistic
Yeah.
in here.
Like, I got one picture. It's over there. So that's, it ain't much.
Yeah.
Such a rager that one picture fell off the wall.
Yeah.
You broke my one picture, you stupid drunk asshole. Oh, man. So what do y'all do for work? What do you
I'll
wanna
let
talk
Johnny,
about?
I'll
I
let
mean,
Johnny
do we
answer.
want to
that.
name it or what?
I mean, you don't have to.
No,
You
we
can
don't
name
have
it
to
if you
name
want
it.
to, but
No.
just what
It's a
type of
warehouse.
Okay.
Okay,
Warehouse.
warehouse work.
warehouse work?
Yeah, he picks up boxes at
Puts
a
them back
certain
down.
amount of paste.
And then break my back too.
Yep, and then broken backs.
That's fun.
But you
Um,
both work at the same place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I am a warehouse lead, so I'm not as I don't know where warehouse, but they've given me so many responsibilities that I'd rather just break my back.
Right.
It's so funny. Like everybody thinks, like, I'm not gonna say everybody. I'm gonna speak for myself. I think when someone has like an office job, I'm like, oh, they don't know what hard life is.
Right.
I was selecting for a long time, so I was breaking my back, bending over, touching cases every 10 seconds, heavy cases at that. And when I got into an office job, I was like, this is nice. And then they just started piling up responsibility. I'm like,
Right.
I'd rather fucking go with a warehouse.
At least there you got
Right.
different change of scenery. You're not sitting there staring at the same
No,
thing.
for sure. Like, I think I do, having a mental fucking tiredness wears you out more than.
Oh yeah.
It's insane coming home from work and you're so exhausted, but you're physically not
mentally-
tired.
right, you're
but mentally
mentally
you're just
drained.
fucking
And
checked
then,
out.
Yep, and it fucks
Yeah.
with your sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I started getting more stressed because of it.
Yeah.
It's where my alopecia came from.
Oh.
And we don't talk about my alopecia because last time we talked about alopecia, someone
Will Smith slapped you.
someone slapped. You took my joke out there.
My wife's name.
Sorry.
Yeah, so,
Keep my boy's name out your fucking mouth.
I said.
so I used to have a way thicker beard. I have a big old bald spot up here, so I was like, all right, I gotta cut it down. But it all comes with the job, I suppose. I don't know. Is it worth the money? No.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but hey, it's how I make a living now. But me and Johnny are working on trying to get the podcast like everybody else around us. We're trying to make this full time to the point where we just pay our bills with just talking
That'd be
into
cool.
a mic.
That'd be cool.
So I know Johnny does video work. Do you help him with that at all? Or
No,
is
I
it-
do not do anything video.
Okay.
I
sucks.
started off with the editing podcast, editing the podcast. I do a lot of logos. I draw a lot.
Okay.
Cool.
I also create little beats for like intros and stuff
Yeah.
like that. What else do I do? I used to cut hair, so I used to be a barber as well. I used to be
Yeah.
Johnny's barber, and then I
Yeah,
stopped
now-
cutting hair
now-
because we were full-time podcasters.
Is that why he's wearing a hat?
That's why I'm wearing a hat right now.
He cut his hair on the way over. No.
But yeah, like
You need to cut his hair next time on the podcast.
Yeah.
While you do the
Yeah.
podcast, you should cut
that
his
was
hair.
a podcast idea.
Yeah, we
that
did.
really
Really?
was.
Okay.
I wanted-
Barbershop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
Podcast.
fucking LeBron James took it from me. It was
fuck James.
He knew it was my idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, but
Mr. James, who thinks he's the GOAT.
Mr. James,
He
yeah,
is
that
never going to be the GOAT. You can never get past MJ. Michael
I
Jordan
think-
will always be the GOAT. GOAT.
I agree with you, but I do think there is going to be a point where it's like, all right, he's already. I think he surpassed Jordan in a few things, but the whole debate on who's better is always going to be Jordan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just basketball has gotten so much
Yeah.
competitive. People weren't doing what they were doing back in the 80s and 90s. Like,
There's a lot more like team loyalty back then.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Jordan was Bulls. You know, every team had like that one standout star.
Yeah,
it seemed like.
They didn't want to play together. They wanted to beat the
Yeah.
best. And Charles Barkley says it to this day. You know, he doesn't want to join a super team. He wants to beat Michael Jordan. He wants
Yeah.
to beat Patrick Ewing. He doesn't want to join the fuckers.
Yeah.
You know, he wants
Yeah.
to take them down. He wants to be the best.
And that's where I think LeBron James kind of falls for me because
Right.
I mean, he always had to have someone, whether it be, whether if you go to Heat over in Miami and play
Right.
with
Dwayne Wade,
Dwayne
and
Wade,
Chris Bosh.
or if he goes to Los Angeles, like,
Right.
he has to have someone almost in his
Yeah.
But it's not even so much that for me. I mean, that is a big part of it. And also another part of it is all this fucking breaks that these guys take. You know, they don't play this game. They don't play that game. Oh, James is sitting out tonight. Oh, he must be hurt. No, he's just resting. Resting? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, Michael
We
Jordan
don't need
played.
to win this one. So,
Michael Jordan
yeah.
played with the fucking
Every-
flu.
Yeah.
He had the flu and had one of his best games. Put up 70 some odd fucking points.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing that gets me that I will tell people hands down, and this is what I think trumps everything, is Jordan's intensity. It just can't be matched. Kobe got there. Kobe got close.
Kobe was
got
really
very fucking close.
or like right there, but God.
And I will put him next to him. To me, it's Jordan, Kobe,
And it's
maybe
always
James.
crazy that to
But-
me the conversation's always been Jordan and LeBron. It's never been
Right.
Jordan
They
and
keep forgetting
and
Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah,
Kobe's right.
that
to me,
Mamba
it's Jordan,
mentality is
Kobe.
insane.
Yes, to me, it's Jordan, Kobe, then everybody else.
The video that, because I didn't get to see this game obviously, but the video where he had dislocated his pinky,
Yes.
the coach, he just went up to his coach and
He
yes.
play
Like,
left-handed or something like
yeah,
that.
and then he just continued the game like nothing
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fucking shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he tore his
And-
Achilles tendon or something like that.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then he was just like, well, can I just? He was sitting there trying to pull it down. They're like, can you just taper it?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't work like that,
It doesn't.
Kobe.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I want to finish the game. It was like, you
But
can't,
just-
dude. You're
Jordan's intensity. Jordan would find out, somebody, mocked him or said something. Oh, he ain't that good, or, whatever. He would hear it, and he would make you his fucking bitch.
Yeah.
The rest of that game.
He was like, I'm gonna teach you to talk shit
exactly.
about me.
he had this hunger inside of him that, I'm sorry, none of these players have anymore. They don't have it.
Have y'all seen that new the little mini-series documentary about Shaquille O'Neal on HBO?
Yeah.
I watched that the
No.
other
Been
day.
I think I seen.
yeah.
I seen
Oh
a
my
clip
god! Like,
Yeah,
I did not
it's-
know that existed.
There's like a 4-part series
Yeah.
on HBO Max right now that I just watched the other night. It's actually
It's
really fucking good.
really
That's
good.
another individual I think is like crazy slept on is Shaquille
Yes.
O'Neal.
Yeah.
Him and Magic. Oh my freaking god!
Yeah.
Dude. Like how did we let Magic and Shaquille O'Neal go under our radars?
So Magic was a little bit before my time, so I didn't really watch him much. But like Jordan was big whenever, because I was a big Jordan fan, like 2nd, 3rd grade or something like that. So
Yeah.
92, 93, somewhere around there. And my brother was a big Shaquille O'Neal fan, so that was like R2. And then I kind of followed Jordan a little bit, and then I kind of got out of that stuff. But
Yeah.
Jordan, that was like the era that. But that was what I was saying is like, when Shaquille O'Neal was, learning the Magic, that was, Shaq and Penny Hardaway. And then you
Yeah.
had the Bulls, you had Jordan and Pippen,
Yeah.
Larry Bird was the Celtics. And then you had like certain teams had that one, most of the teams had like 1 or 2 like standout players.
Yeah. Barkley.
And then
the
now it's
Suns.
just everyone trades, they just go where the money is.
Yeah.
That's why I love seeing these documentaries because, like, we
love
have the internet at the tip of our fingertips, and like someone like me, I mean, we're millennials. I didn't get to see Jordan because Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was born early '90s. Like
Yeah.
like even though he was still playing, I didn't get to like properly enjoy him the way I would have as a young teenager or as a young adult.
Right.
But going back on the internet and seeing how Shaquille O'Neal got to play, or seeing how someone like Magic Johnson got to play, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
How come these stories aren't being told? And I'm so glad Shaquille got a story.
Right.
It's all, and that dude, God, he, like, I know Funky Panther's trying to get him on their podcast. That dude would be fucking cool as hell to just talk to.
Yeah.
And just normal is not normal for him, but he's just got such a laid back mentality, and he just seems very down to earth.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he would be just
all the
so
stories that
fucking
you
cool.
hear about Shaq.
Oh yeah,
Not even the stories that he's told. The stories that everybody tells about Shaq.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
showing up, and then his whole thing. That was what was really cool. Is some lady whenever he was signed with Reebok, she came up to him saying that the shoes were too expensive for her son to afford or something like that. So he whipped out money. He's like, "Oh, here." And he goes, she's like, "No, I don't want your money." He's like, "I'm just saying." So then he, like, literally that day called Reebok and said he wanted to cancel the contract, everything. And then he went to Walmart and said, "Hey, I want to put my shoes in your store, and I want them, cheap for people to be able to afford and everything."
That
And that's when he struck up the deal. I was like,
crazy.
that is so fucking cool that he's
Yeah.
going to take away his pride. Like, "Oh, your kid can't afford them. Fuck you. Maybe you should do a better
Exactly.
job, bitch." And,
Yeah, because Jordan would never.
No.
No.
Jordan, there was a
No.
story too. I was just listening to it that Barkley was he was out there and some guy was you have any spare change, and he was starting to give him money, and Jordan stopped him. He's like, "Man," he's like, "if he can ask for change, he can say, 'Welcome to McDonald's, what can I get for you?" And then he stopped
Yeah.
Charles
Jordan
Barkley.
is an asshole.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
thank God
I'm
he wasn't around social media era.
yeah.
Because
He would've been canceled, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
For sure.
There's
Like-
a lot of those old school celebrities and sports stars that would have been canceled.
Yeah.
Just their mentality, but
Well, in each genre, I mean, Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
I'm sure my dad would go to his grave that Wilt Chamberlain was the best NBA player,
Yeah.
that he was the GOAT. I mean, the fucker scores 100 points in a game, and there's no three-point line. Three-point line was not around then.
so they're all 2-pointers?
Yeah.
Shit.
He never got. He did not
Crazy.
So
shoot a
that
three-pointer.
I can agree with, but there's some stuff that, like, how people, I did this back then. Yeah, you had no fucking competition.
Right.
Like, whenever you look at it at a
Right.
certain point, the whole argument of who would win between Batman and Superman, I was like, that's not a fair argument.
No.
They're like, what do you mean? I was like, if I took a 7-foot guy and dropped him in China and he became the best basketball player,
Right.
that's not fair to them. They're shorter.
Right.
Superman's from a different planet. On there, he's a normal person. Here, he has superpowers because...
And he still loses
Yeah.
to Batman.
Yeah.
But then Batman's a normal dude, which and he may not win, but I'm going to go for Batman because he can at least stand toe to toe with him and put up a good fight. I mean,
he won't win.
Superman has kryptonite to where all you have to do is do that, and he's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I give up. And then, but
you got to have a shit ton of it to make him.
And if
do
you just
that.
go toe to toe with a fucking alien,
right,
you're not going to win.
Who can stand in the sun?
Yeah.
I mean,
go charge up in the sun, and get all these powers and stuff. He can fly around, do all this shit. Batman's just like, get back here. But Martha, where?
Batman stuck in traffic. That's gotta be the best.
Exactly.
I'm on my way.
So
where is he?
It's just an unfair argument. But
right.
back then, so many people, especially with sports and everything, you have these standout stars, but it's like they may have been really good back then, but some of these people, if you put them up against the competitions that they have now, it's just like, damn, like everyone's more on the same level. Yeah. So
one of my favorite, and I still think he gets overlooked a little bit, is Bo Jackson. I mean, the fucker did football and baseball, and then in Super Tecmo Bowl,
he was like
you couldn't stop the fucker. They still have little memes of where he's just running around. That video game,
400-something yard foot or touchdown.
I think Family Guy even does a segment on it. It's like, well, you're fucking Bo Jackson. It's like you're cheating. It's like, no, come on, you can get me. You can get me.
Dude, that guy, because him and Deion Sanders wasn't as crazy good.
Yeah,
but
he was good.
Yeah, they both did like baseball and football.
Right.
It was like, fuck.
But
man.
Bo was good at both, like really good at both. Like he was an all-star at both. Deion, great at football, okay at baseball. He was just
what's his name? Russell Wilson from where's he at now?
Oh
Denver?
yeah, Denver.
Because he was on the Rangers.
He got drafted.
Yeah,
he
I don't know if
drafted.
he ever played really or whatever.
Not much.
Yeah,
it was kind of like a John Elway thing. John Elway got drafted by.
Did he really?
John Elway got drafted by a Major League Baseball team, and then he got drafted by the Colts. So the Colts drafted John Elway, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to play for you. And he went to go in the major leagues, and then Denver came, and he went to Denver. It was almost kind of like the Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf saga. Or not Peyton Manning, Earl.
Elway was
Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers.
1979, John Elway was drafted out of high school by the Kansas City Royals to play baseball.
Yeah.
Which is... I never even knew that. That's fucking cool. You learn something every day, folks.
Yes, sir.
This is a learning podcast.
Yeah.
Not just
we learn stuff
bunch
here.
Of butt, dick,
the more you know.
Exactly. We learn a lot on here.
What was that?
So do y'all have like a favorite rapper then?
A favorite rapper?
J. Cole.
Really? I've never...
Yeah. Or Kendrick. Kendrick will be second.
I want to say Kendrick Lamar.
He's okay, but
I think if you're not indulging yourself into the poetry of it all, you're not gonna. Yeah,
because I've heard him on he has a couple big hits or whatever, which were cool, and then I heard him on an Eminem song once, and he just like. I don't like people that repeat themselves over and over. It's like you have nothing else to say in the verse, but just keep
started from the bottom now I'm here.
Yeah, it's like no.
Started from the bottom now
some
I'm
lyrics
here.
in there, motherfucker.
Definitely, he got into more of a poetry side of it all, and I think for the average listeners, like someone who's just wanting to turn something on and just have something cool playing, I don't think it's gonna catch their attention. But if someone's really digesting the lyrics word for word and everything's like double entendre, it's just amazing. Like so. Yeah, J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar is probably one of my favorites. I always post a Kendrick Lamar or something every other week. Yeah. Like I said, it's more of the poetry aspect of it all. Like my favorite song from I'm drawing a blank.
Which one?
The album where I and You came on.
Pimp a Butterfly.
Is it Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah.
So on a Pimp
a Butterfly.
Yeah. So there's a song called I. And everything that he's saying on I is very positive. He's talking about how much he loves himself and like all the great things that he accomplished. And then on the song You, it's depression speaking to him, kind of
so that's kind of cool,
drowning everything out and saying you're kind of worthless. Like you should just suicide is your answer. That all these people don't really love you; they're just using you. So it's not just one song. It's kind of like a continuation of the entire album. So
that's what I love whenever an album. So
as fucking weird as it sounds, the Insane Clown Posse. They have an album called The Wraith Shangri-La, and that was so. Y'all know anything about ICP?
I have.
I heard
Okay.
their music.
I love them.
So
I like 'em.
you do? Oh, yay!
I like them.
Yay! Where's my
I remember back in the day, my buddy was over at the house, and we were just all sitting around listening to the radio, and we called in a song request, and
Yeah.
it was for Insane Clown
What's
Posse.
the Ned Game or
Yes.
that big Mega Mix song?
Yeah.
that they did?
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah. So anyone that doesn't know, ICP, their albums, a lot of them, they had 6 Joker's cards, which each one was a different album. They had Carnival of Carnage, Ringmaster. The third one was Riddlebox, Great Malenko, The Amazing Jekyll Brothers, and then they had the Wraith, which is supposed to be similar to Death. They had the Wraith Shangri-La, and then they had Wraith Hell's Pit. And the Wraith Shangri-La, that album, if you listen to it, you don't know when each song ends because the beats just flow so good into
I
it.
love when that.
Like, I'd be like,
Right.
damn, this song is long. I'm like, track 8. And I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. So it has been new songs. I just haven't noticed it. So,
Right.
But they said they wanted it to sound like one big song,
Huh.
but they had to divide it up into
I'm
tracks.
gonna go give it another listen. The only reason that they caught my attention was just how crazy they looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, for me, I don't know, like face paint, masks, that kind of shit always has intrigued me. I don't know why.
It's one big reason why I've always liked Mudvayne.
Yeah. That was another one. Whenever they came out, I was like, dude, they paint their face too. And then
Right.
Slipknot, I was like, oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
God, they
Slipknot.
all have masks. That's so fucking
I always
cool.
just thought, I mean, like I said, I recently, well, not recently, it's only been pretty recent within my life that I just got into new music. But anytime I see like the face paint, I just always thought it was an homage to Kiss. It's the first thing I thought of, and I'm
That's
cool.
dead ass wrong. But
still,
yeah, like to
They
the
started
outside, if I wasn't going to go listen to it, I'm like, oh, they're just doing what Kiss did.
No,
and,
but
and someone like a Tech 9 does it too. Tech 9, like
there's a lot of people that have incorporated like face paint or, certain periods of their career and stuff. But yeah, like ICP, like a lot of people hate on them, but they have like a
some good
funny
songs.
rap rock kind of
Right.
mix and everything. And I like them. They have a lot of good songs to me.
I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah. And,
Might have to cover them on the Rhythm and Poetry podcast.
Yeah, we will.
hell yeah. And come on, do an ICP song.
Oh, fuck
No?
yeah.
There we go. Yeah,
Face paint and everything. No?
we all get in the face
Yeah.
paint.
It'll all be
Wicked clowns. But they do a cover of a song called Assassins that was originally done by the Ghetto Boys. It's on their Amazing Jekyll Brothers album. I like their version a little bit better because the Ghetto Boys one was real like toned down and soft, and theirs is more like a da-na-na-na, you know who you're fucking with, and then it just gets into it. It's got a more rock like upbeat thing, and I don't think the lyrics are all fully the same, but it's along those lines. It's like, man, and that was just so cool. I love that mix of rap and rock. Like whenever Lil Wayne released the Rebirth album,
Oh yeah.
I love that album. Like that is my favorite album from him.
I think when Lil Wayne did it, it introduced a lot of people who weren't into rap to rock.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, not the other way around.
Yeah.
A lot of people who were just into rap, they got introduced to rock through Lil Wayne. I was introduced to rock, and it wasn't even like by pure accident. It probably wasn't even intentional, but it was Party Like a Rock Star by Shop Boys. And the only reason that caught my attention was like, dude, that guitar was fucking sick.
Yeah.
But like I knew it wasn't like it was just a kind of like part like to
Franchise Boys, right?
no,
Wasn't it?
Shop
Or-
Boys. They call Shop Boys.
What did the Franchise Boys sing? Lean When It Rock With. That's what.
There you go.
Okay, just kidding.
So like I said, it was just a guitar. It was in no way to like paying homage to rock. It was just
Right.
do that sick guitar, and anytime I hear a sick fucking guitar, I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And then sooner or later, it eventually came, and yeah, I was like, oh,
Those to me, those songs are the best. Rapping with like a rock, like a hard rock beat on it.
because it goes so well.
Yeah, and there's a mashup of Korn and Dim Franchise Boys with Lean When It Rock With.
Oh
and,
yeah,
what's
I
that
have
song?
heard that. Let's see.
Wait, I'm coming undone. Coming Undone. Or
Coming Undone.
It's called, I think, Coming Undone With It or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I've only found it on YouTube, but it's a really fucking good song.
Right.
That and then Eminem redid The Way I Am, and he featured Marilyn Manson on there actually. And it's like a rock beat to it, and then
Really?
Marilyn Manson like comes in on the chorus. I'm like, dude, this is such a badass song.
Post Malone also does a good job with
I love Post
introducing
Malone.
that too. I think he did a song with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my god, that shit
That's a good
was
one.
beautiful. I hate that the radio didn't play Ozzy Osbourne's part, like on hip hop radio.
Oh,
But like on like
I rarely
on
listen
rock
to
radio,
radio.
on rock radio they play both parts.
yeah,
so.
and I noticed that because the other day it was just on, and I was just kind of skipping through channels, and then they played it. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
hold on, I did not even know Ozzy Osbourne had a part on this fucking song.
Yeah.
So,
So do you guys like Linkin Park?
oh yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I get frowned upon when I tell people I like Linkin Park.
Why? They're so fucking
Because
iconic.
it's like
Badass.
like whenever you talk to a heavy metal head, it's like the most generic thing that you could probably.
yeah,
Oh,
I
fuck
guess,
that.
but I mean,
But
Yeah,
it's amazing. I love it.
now that
Yeah.
I'm older, I'm like, I don't give a shit what people think. I like what I like.
yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. Linkin Park was
Exactly.
Linkin Park and Jay-Z got together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Oh, the
shit was,
Collisions course?
Yeah.
God, that was so
fucking love
badass
that
whenever it
shit.
came
Well,
out.
there's a newer group too that's kind of got the Linkin Park. They're kind of going that direction in Ashes to New.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Those guys are badass. I love Ashes.
I
to
have
New.
not given them a
So,
try yet, but
yeah.
I have heard of them.
They have some good songs out. Peace. They've got some real good songs out. We got my daughter and I got to see them live in Wichita because Breaking Benjamin came with them and Asking Alexandria, and so all three of them were there. And Ashes to New actually went to a local brewery called Norton's Brewery in downtown Wichita, and they sang live there. So that was awesome. So Ashes to New is coming up, and they sound
Breaking
great.
I need to
Benjamin
check
has
them
a song that I like been singing over and over again since it came out.
Yeah.
Which one was it? And it was on the radio. I was like, "What song is that?" I just hit
Yeah.
Shazam.
What was
I
their first hit? That they were like, what was?
Diary of Jane
Yeah.
or
Okay.
Breathe.
I don't remember
So-
Breathe off the top of my head, but I remember Diary of Jane.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of those bands that came out. That's kind of when I wasn't big into music, I guess.
Or not Breathe. It's Breath.
Like, what got y'all into music? What was
I actually did music.
you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was a self-proclaimed rapper. I would make I would make my own beats, and not to pat myself on the back because I'm really good at like calling myself out, but I was really good at it. A lot, like I mentioned it on a pod.
Straight fire.
Yeah. No, what's crazy is I actually mentioned it on the pod. It just came from poetry. I was a little nerd back in the day, and I would like write these poetry things, and I would just like kind of just like put everything within a poem. Well, obviously poems rhyme, and someone just picked it up one day. Was like, "Hey, are these lyrics?" I'm like, "No, it's just poetry." I'm like, "You should probably put it on a beat."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh."
Mm-hmm.
It never crossed my mind. I was like, "Okay, I'll do it."
That's one big reason. My favorite rapper is Tupac, just because to me that's what he is. He's poetry. I
Yeah.
mean, the dude just he's poetic. He preaches all through his music. You know, I mean, I love his beats. His beats are badass, but I love his lyrics. his
Tupac is
words.
the reason I didn't listen to Biggie for such a long time.
Yeah.
I love Tupac that much. I was like,
That's another thing I was going to ask. Like, were y'all West Coast? Were y'all East
no,
Coast?
I was West Coast.
Yes.
I didn't even
West
know which
Side.
one. I just knew, hey, Pac was West Coast. Yeah,
Holy
so
shit! This wrote it. I wrote on the chat thing, write an outro rap for a podcast called Tales from the Fort in the style of Eminem. It wrote like 3 verses and 3
it
choruses.
wants you to rap it really fast. I think
I
so you can
know.
do it.
Yeah. You gotta rap it like Eminem. You know, Eminem can just spit it.
Tales from the
So.
Fort.
Wow, that was amazing. Do not slow that down. Okay.
No, I'm not trying to cut y'all off. I'm just trying to get super into these.
If we could have brought in another person, Johnny, our other guest, Johnny,
Oh,
that
God.
we've had on, he loves music too, and
Yeah.
he is huge into music. He's a big critic on
That's-
music too.
that's my
he's
thing,
got
like,
a good ear.
if you're feeling down, if you're feeling happy, like
Right.
everything, you just want to cruise
Oh,
around,
no,
and just
music
Exactly.
is powerful.
blare
Yeah.
some music.
Like-
I'm almost confident music is the reason for, I want to say 80% of suicide.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Like, if you're sad and you're depressed, you're sitting and listening to more
Yeah.
depressed music, which sinks you in even more.
Right.
Music is really, really crazy powerful. I mean,
Right.
Fucking powerful.
religious people use music in their churches and their
Oh, of
temples.
course. Yeah.
It gets people closer to their God.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Music is very, very powerful.
yeah,
Very
crazy,
powerful.
like intensely powerful. Like, to the point where it's like even Eminem was like, "All right, what did he say last time? Next time you assault a dude, just tell the judge that I did, and I'll get sued."
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so like
Yeah.
it's just like I think music has a crazy
And
influence.
And you can bond. Like, I love seeing, my wife and I have pretty much liked the same music. Like, we've gone to every single Breaking Benjamin concert together. There's one concert that she couldn't go to, Breaking Benjamin, but, we like the same music to the most part. But then my kids grew up, listening to our music, but then they like their own music. And then when they play their music for me or for my wife, we're like, okay, I like that. And so we're bonding with them through their music. And it's just like, I don't want people to be out there just like, cut off music. Like, I think some of the older genre has, like, I get it. The Beatles were badass. The Doors, badass. But
Fuck
they
yeah.
weren't everything. They kickstarted stuff. But I don't understand why they can't listen to newer stuff. I don't understand that. Like, I still get going back to your roots and listening to the Doors and, the Animals and all that stuff. But
A lot of that is because they have tied their life into that.
correct.
Into that.
Right.
So when you're introducing them something new, you're introducing a blank slate, and it's easy to turn that down.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah,
all
and
right, what am I
they're
going to affiliate
comparing
this?
it to
Yeah.
the Beatles, and they're just like, no, this is not.
Yeah,
the
I lost my
Beatles.
virginity to the Beatles.
Yeah.
So like,
Really?
yeah.
Lost mine to 504 Boys.
Wow.
You ain't gotta
for
say
you.
too much. Look at you.
Good for you. Shit. I lost mine to Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh my god.
I was fucking my sister.
But yeah, it just brings in. I think music just brings in a new slate. So like whenever,
True.
like if you want to introduce something, this is kind of my cheat code. You want to introduce someone to new music, involve an activity. As
Yeah.
in like, hey, let's go get something to eat
Yeah,
on the way
or
over
just
there.
kind of background.
Turn the music on.
Okay. Yeah.
Now they're not forced to listen to it. They're just listening,
just
to,
listening
it,
to it.
and they'll just think of I'm on my way to go.
It is. And then you play on that song later on. It's like, oh yeah, I've heard this. Okay, I like this. And
Yeah.
Right.
That's me. Like, I just have to, for me to get into an album, I have to just hit play and just like be driving and just kind of let it go through and everything. And there's certain songs you're probably not going to want and everything. You'll skip it, but there's a few songs that like gets in your head and you don't realize it. And then later on you're like, oh yeah, I've heard this one before. Okay, I like that one. So
One question we've asked before too, with people, and I think you guys would be great to ask this question too, is like best vocalist. It could be any genre. Best vocalist out there that you've heard.
Best vocalist.
Any genre. They could be dead. They could be alive. Just.
I think we had this conversation before.
Oh, really?
Vocalist.
Best vocalist.
like for me, it's Maynard James Keenan he's the lead singer of Tool and Perfect
Oh,
Circle.
I love Tool.
His voice is so just like he gets in his and you're just like, oh yes, 6 to midnight, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I want to think of someone more, well, not more recent, but someone in the new space, which I guess I want to
Like-
lean towards Adele.
She's got
Yeah.
a good voice.
Yeah.
A girl that can sing has my fucking wiener. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
If
Well, I don't
she-
know what it is.
dude, that is the most. She can be overweight a little bit, like kind of frumpy looking, but if she can sing, I'm just
Singing
like,
will
hello.
bring you from a 6 to a 9, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Sing
Yeah.
me a lullaby, baby, please.
And, and if
Like-
you're lucky,
I'm gonna go with Adele. I think I'm
Okay.
okay with Adele.
okay.
Mine's more newer. Her name is Tim's.
Oh yeah, Tim's is okay. I wouldn't consider Tim's a vocalist.
Or her.
Let me see. I've heard of her. My daughter introduced me to her, and I was
Her
like,
is really
"Who the
good.
fuck is?" And
Her.
yeah, and that's she's. And I was even fucking around with her. She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, it's her." I'm like, "Well, I know it's her.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Yeah,
Her.
who's on her album?
I get she's a female. We've established
She's
this.
related
It's
to
her.
him.
Yeah.
What is her name? Her.
Married
It's
to
kind of like
him.
that.
I
Well,
think,
who's on first?
I think they're a great singer, or her is a great singer. Vocalist is someone.
How does Tim's? Is it just TIMS?
A T-
What's
Yeah,
Oh.
TEMS.
TEMS? I want to see. So mine is Brent Smith from Shinedown. I think he just hits he can hit every fucking note. But I can't forget Freddie Mercury.
Oh, that dude is fucking nuts.
Yeah, I can't forget Freddie Mercury. The fucker's a badass. He goes off. I think when Johnny was on here, I think he said Freddie Mercury. I can't forget him. But for me, I didn't grow up with Freddie. You know, I mean, I've heard Freddie, but I didn't get to go see him in concert. I would have loved to see a Queen concert.
That'd be great.
That would have been awesome. But I have
Fucking
seen,
AIDS.
I've seen many Shinedown concerts, and Brent just fucking brings it, man. The fucker just has a range. Okay, I've never seen Tim's. Okay,
I'll check these people out.
I'll have to listen to her on the way home.
Got some new music
For
to
sure.
check out.
Yeah, that's why I
for
love
sure.
this. That's why I love.
So
I love music, man.
whenever you used to rap, what style? Who would you like closely relate your stuff
What's
to?
crazy is like my style wasn't even introduced yet. I don't want to say I was the very first one.
He was a pioneer.
Yeah, but no, mine.
Paving the way.
Little pioneer.
This was I want to say before the 2010s. Yeah, this was before 2010.
Where does that come from? Y'all want to hear some raps?
Family Guy, yeah, the old man and Family Guy.
Herbert?
I got some rap songs in the
You want to see my purple popsicle?
Get your fat ass back.
I don't want to.
Oh, Mr. Herbert.
Oh boy, chubby little
I
blaster.
Yeah.
You better get your ass
don't know how I
back.
got to Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy.
No, my style was more singing and rapping at the same time. So like rapping but with a melody. So not hardcore rap, but it was just kind of rapping.
Yeah, that's
but-
true. Because for a lot of people, they can either rap or they can sing.
Right.
Like Eminem can rap, he can't sing.
Yeah.
But then there's some people that can do a little bit of both, but they can rap in short bursts. Like who's the bitch that it was like the 80s.
Who is that bitch?
Blondie. She did that rap song or whatever.
Oh,
where
Blondie?
she sings, but then she does
Right.
like a little rap in there. You're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
And then that's all she does. But then you got so many other people that they can rap, but they can't sing.
Right.
I take that back. Post Malone actually is a pretty good singer as well. He can rap, he can sing.
He's a rap. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Post
do that.
Malone, but I hope he's okay. He
Yeah,
was.
what's up with?
I don't know. He had an exorcist on stage. I don't know. He was going crazy, grabbing his shirt, and I was like,
Well, that dude's on so many drugs, I'm sure.
Yeah.
but he looked healthy. I mean, not during that performance, but
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
yeah. I mean, he lost a lot of weight. He looked
Yeah.
good. He was kind of showing off the figure a little bit.
Go back and look at
I
a
wish
lot
he'd
of-
quit fucking tattooing his face. Like every
No
time I
shit.
see him and he's got some other stupid artwork
Yeah.
on there, I'm like, dude, you don't need all these swords and words and shit on your face.
Go back and look at some videos of the Doors in concert. Jim Morrison's fucking weird dude. All
It
the
is-
drugs
yeah,
that he was on.
and it's insane
He was
that
a
they were
weird
like
fucking
so
dude.
fucking doped out of their heads back
Yeah.
then, still making this badass music.
Oh yeah,
And
he
it's
made
just like,
great music, but God,
Yeah.
he was fucked up on stage. He was a fucking weird.
So-
And didn't he die at like 26?
27.
27?
Part of the 27 Club.
Yeah, he was young, dude. I didn't know he died that young either. I watched the
Him,
documentary. on it.
Hendrix, Janis Joplin.
I do love Hendrix.
Yeah,
There's been a bunch.
all 27, right?
Yeah, let me see who's in the 27 Club, because there's quite a few.
Is that a
There's-
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of famous music. Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory proven.
27 Club.
Yeah, we need to have
So-
another conspiracy theory episode.
Oh, for sure.
You guys into that?
I am your guy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just last episode, I was just
All
talking
right.
about how all these filters are
Yeah.
really just fucking us over.
Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison all died at the age of 27 between 1969 and 1971. At the time, the coincidence gave rise to some comment, but it was not until Kurt Cobain's death in 1994 at age 27 that the idea of the 27 Club began to catch on in public perception.
Wow.
And then I'm pretty
Kurt
sure
Cobain
Amy
set that up.
Winehouse was 27, and it's scary because there's some musician right now that's 27, and I saw something the other day. They're like, they just have to make it till this day or this month so they can turn 28. So hopefully, I want to say, how old is Post Malone?
That's
Oh god,
oh no,
Posty?
not
No.
Posty.
not Posty.
Well, Barry Manilow's, fuck, he's 27.
Oh shit!
Post Malone is 27.
Fuck. Post.
July
Post.
4th. Posty, hold out.
Yeah, you're right.
You got this, bro.
Amy Winehouse is on here. Amy Winehouse.
Yeah. Amy Winehouse,
Anything
Kurt
else?
Cobain, because Brian Jones, I believe, was in the Beach Boys, wasn't he?
Who?
Brian Jones.
Yes. Beach Boys.
Yeah. So I was just like, damn, that's scary.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain.
So hopefully it's
Brian
not like a
Jones, Jimi
curse
Hendrix.
that Post Malone falls to.
Yeah.
He's only 27. That dude is
Come on, man. You got a few more months you can make.
I
it
know.
out there.
Yeah.
July.
He was
Come
feeling-
on, buddy.
He was feeling that song too. What song was he performing?
I don't know.
He said, "I'm falling apart." Yeah, hell yeah, you're falling apart. Bring yourself back together, man. God dang.
Like, get your shit together, Posty.
Come on, you got a few more months to make it. A few more months.
Can y'all play any instruments or anything?
I used to play the drums, more specifically the quads. So that's when I was in.
Oh, like the 4 little drums. In
Yeah.
front of you?
So do. Yeah. So
Dude, my favorite drummer just missed 27. He was 28. The Rev. The Rev died. The drummer for the Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, okay.
He died, but at 28. I was looking him up.
Oh,
I was like,
starting a new
dude, I
club.
knew he was young. 28.
not
28
I was gonna make it to 29.
27, 26, 27, 28. That's weird.
Oh my.
That's
God.
we gotta have another conspiracy episode.
Oh, for sure. I love that kind
I'm
of shit.
tuned in. I'm tuned in.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the last podcast, was it? No, that was the Workoholic podcast. We was talking about how, because we have voice changes now, and AI
Yeah.
creates voice changers.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You can have any celebrity you want say anything.
but that's like career-ending technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Val Kilmer. They've
Yeah.
got his voice recorded to where they can put him anywhere.
Yeah.
And but they basically used it for this last Top Gun.
Yeah. The
Movie.
little bit that he speaks, they
Mhm.
kind of use his stuff. But
Yeah.
have y'all seen that last Top Gun?
Yeah,
No.
I did.
I'm waiting until it's on streaming.
I think it is actually.
I
It's
think
on,
it's out. I think it's out everywhere now.
No,
I think it's on
shit.
Peacock
It's
or something like that.
Do not tell me this. I'm going home.
it's either
right now.
Peacock or
Dude,
Hulu.
Top Gun Maverick
I think
is
it's on
a
Hulu.
Both
fucking
those shows.
great movie.
Yeah, I think it's on Hulu.
God, that movie is good.
I heard so many great things. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's badass.
It's one of those sequels that actually lives up to the original.
It pretty much,
And if
yeah,
not,
it
a
can,
little bit
It
better.
can probably
Like
be
the only
better.
reason I would say the first one is better is just because of the nostalgia
Right.
around it.
Right.
But this one
That nostalgia is
did
one
just
hell
as
of a
good.
drug.
I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
like it is. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go home and watch it right
Yes.
Yeah, you need
It's
to. It was.
you're gonna be
yeah.
excited,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you got a real good TV with a surround
Let's
sound.
see.
and everything.
Oh,
man.
Jared's got a chub going on right now
Yes.
about it.
No, yeah.
Like,
You see it? That's stuttering. Usually they can't. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna go watch that.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick is a really fucking good one. Why did we talk about that? I don't remember.
Just the voiceover,
Yeah,
the Val Kilmer.
That's
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how did
And
we
then-
get
Bringing
on
it
this?
back. Bringing it back.
Yes.
There's
Really?
I don't know if y'all are privy to on Instagram or on TikTok. They have this AI that you just type in a description and it paints it for you.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So like,
I didn't
so
see that.
it
or
could,
you can do like a clip art thing where you just draw like a basically with your finger on there like a
oh yeah, and then
picture,
it
and
just
then it'll turn it
sharpens
into
it
an
up.
actual.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all this technology is fun, but what happens when they want to end your career? They could just grab some of this technology, put your voice to it, put your face on it.
Oh yeah.
They
There's
own
so
you.
much you can't
Yeah.
trust anything you see online anymore because there's so much stuff that can be made to look as real as fucking possible.
Yeah.
And it's
you
only
just-
getting better.
yeah. That's the bad part. We're in the beginning
Right.
stages of seeing it.
Right.
Because this AI shit, got released in the last few years?
Oh yeah,
That-
it's only been what, maybe 3 years at the most.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there was already a big issue with Snapchat putting filters on faces and them saving your face
Mm.
on their database. It's like, what does Snapchat need your face for?
I know.
Yeah.
Why do you want this? It ain't that cool. Well, there's a guy I follow on TikTok. He does really good impressions, and there's one that he does that face thing on movie clips
And he
of
puts them-
Arnold's
yeah.
face, and then
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like
I've seen
talking.
that, yeah.
He talks about him and stuff, and
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
yeah, and it's a movie scene, but he's doing Arnold's voice, and
Right,
it
and the
looks so
face.
real and it's so creepy.
And that's
looking, too.
and that's just with the technology they're giving us.
yeah,
Imagine what they have.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't mean to go into conspiracy theory
No.
land
No.
already.
Right.
Weird.
I didn't have my tin hat with me.
Dude,
We can make some.
I
We can
sit
make
up.
some out here.
There's nights I'll sit there and just scroll through TikTok and watch conspiracy because it's
Oh, it's
not
a
that I
huge
believe
rabbit
every
hole.
single
Why
one.
would you do that to you?
It's just
lost sleep
it's
doing
so
that.
fucking interesting to me. Like
They say it's 5 a.m.
Oh, no, for sure.
Yeah, for me, I love to see where these people are coming from when they have this theory. Like, what makes you think that? Like,
Right.
how do you? So like,
How do you come up with?
yeah, like the flat Earth theory and stuff.
Yeah.
That's stuff that I'm just. There's no way for us to really prove it because we can't leave
Well,
the
I
planet
don't know.
on our own.
It was funny. There was a flat earther who he went to school. He I think he studied rocket science. He created a rocket, and he's like, I'm gonna prove to everybody the Earth is flat. Sends his rocket up into space, and he comes back down, and he's like, fuck, I just proved it was round. So, but his mission was to show how flat the Earth was.
Right.
And then, of course, it goes into space, and right before the balloons pop or whatever it was, the camera was attached to, you see a nice curved Earth. And he was like,
Which I don't.
further study is needed.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it fucked with him. It was like, all right, now what do you believe in?
Exactly.
To me, it seems a little out there that the Earth is flat. But to me, I would believe more that the Earth is bigger than what we've been told, and that there's more land that we haven't discovered.
Oh, for sure.
Have you heard about? So Japan just recently discovered their amount of islands doubled, like thousands doubled,
Really?
because they just found all these new islands. And then same thing with China. They just found new islands that had 2 undiscovered species of dinosaur on them, from what I've heard. I'm like,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to take a bathroom break.
oh, okay, you go.
Right. Oh, like right now?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, dude, that is fucking weird. How do we just not know where this land is? So
Go for me too, please, Johnny.
yeah.
Hey,
Murray,
you want a
get
mic?
out.
Murray, you want a mic, buddy?
Murray.
No. Okay. Bye bye.
Go.
Oh.
Thank you. But yeah, that's what's really interesting to me. It's just like, how do we just discover new land? Like I thought we knew
Yeah.
everything.
There was this
so-
theory about Earth being hollow, and that you could actually go inside of Earth
Yeah.
into a different continent through Antarctica.
Yeah.
The
And that's why the government
So at
won't
the-
let you go up there.
Yeah, at the poles, apparently it goes in, and there's an inner Earth society and stuff, where there's like one continent or, whatever, and there's another ocean underneath and all this stuff. And that's how you see like all these aliens coming out of the water and stuff, because they're saying that that's supposedly the aliens that are inside the Earth.
Right.
So it's just, I've watched so many videos and kind of read some of the stuff, and I don't know to believe it or not believe it, because there's so the Antarctica, they have a treaty signed by like every fucking continent and every leader. You can't go there unless you're allowed.
Yeah.
If you start going down there in a ship or whatever, you've got warships that come up and it's like, turn around now or we're going to kill you. And it's like,
Are y'all
okay.
really hiding ice?
Yeah.
What are you hiding?
Yeah.
So, and there's been, I think it was back in the early 50s, there was a general named, I think, Byrd. Like
Yes,
B-Y-R-D.
I've heard of Byrd.
And he flew over Antarctica, and then it said it was ice, and then all of a sudden it just got to where it was Greenland. No, Murray, stay out. No, hey,
Someone give Murray a mic.
sorry, Murray. Okay, back
Did
to
you have fun?
Hell yeah. No.
I did.
It's always a good time in the bathroom. But yeah, he flew, and there was all this greenery and stuff once he got past the ice down there and everything. I was like, what?
That's
like,
weird.
how is that possible?
Yeah.
So, but there's so much shit up in the air, and plus with how. So supposedly right now they said the core is changing directions, and apparently it does it every I think it's 60 or 70 years. Like the core turns one way and then it stops and it'll start turning another way. And there's also the pole shifting, to where if it shifts too much, they will literally end the world, because there's so much stuff that will shift, and then if the planet's like this and then it starts going shifting like this to where it's doing that other stuff like Antarctica, they said it would be green again and stuff, but a lot of shit would start flooding. Like Africa, I think, would break into 3 continents, they said. New Zealand would actually grow inland, because so where New Zealand is, there's actually a lot of land underneath it that's underwater, and it's, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like the Zealandia or something like that continent that would pop out of the ocean basically, and New Zealand would actually be way bigger. And then California, it would kind of break off or whatever.
Finally.
There's so much stuff, and there's a
Talking
lot of
about
big.
California for a long time though.
Yeah, they've been talking about that forever.
El Nino,
but
I think it was.
Yeah.
There was.
I don't know about the extra land stuff, but I know that the Earth is definitely round. I mean, we have the SR-71's pictures for all that. SR-71 cruises at the altitude of our the ozone layer.
Yeah.
It doesn't go into space, but you have to wear a space suit to fly in that plane. It doesn't fly anymore, but they have so many damn pictures from that aircraft. It took a flight from California to Florida to the East Coast and back in like 4 hours. It's the fastest damn jet in the world.
That's insane.
And it leaks like a son of a bitch on the ground. Like when it's on the ground, it leaks oil and all this shit. But when it's up in the air, it doesn't. It's sealed as tight as a drum. And it's the most
interesting.
fascinating aircraft that I've done like 1 or 2 reports on it in school. I've seen it at Kansas Cosmosphere. They have an actual. I think there's like 4. And they got 1 when they put it out of commission.
Damn.
So yeah, and plus just how the Earth or how the sun rises and sets, and it's in different positions, and the moon. How can we be flat? And then people start talking about a core.
Well, so
you can't have a
So
core.
why
if
are
it's-
all the other planets round and ours
and
is
then
flat?
ours would
Yeah.
be flat. Yeah, you're showing all these other round planets, and then ours is flat.
Our moon is just happening to be an orb. Okay.
No, it's like the flat people is weird to me. I don't get
It
them.
is.
I
So,
don't get them
yeah,
at
their
all.
whole thing is that Antarctica basically outlines the whole planet
Right.
and its big ice wall.
Right.
That we can't, if we go beyond that, there's other lands and stuff. So it's just,
That's more believable to me than a flat Earth.
yeah, it's just, to me, so if you did that, then it's possible for the Earth to actually be bigger because
Right.
we're only on this part, and all the pictures that they send back could be fake. They could have doctored them. They could have
Oh,
done
yeah.
all this shit
Yeah,
to
they
them.
could doctor it all.
You don't know for sure unless you get up there and take a picture and be like, oh, yeah, it is round.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
3 likes.
Yeah.
Give me up. Hey, motherfuckers.
This is gold, motherfuckers.
You know how long I took to get up here?
Yeah, I didn't doctor this shit. This is from my iPhone.
Oh, but I mean, it would be cool, but at the same time, it's kind of creepy because
It's
if there is
creepy.
other lands,
It's
what do you think
creepy.
is on them? And
Shit.
what if it gets out and gets over here to our lands? I mean, they have fucking dinosaurs out there.
Yeah.
So they're fixing to resurrect, or not resurrect, but bring back the woolly mammoth. Have you heard of that?
I did hear about that.
I've heard a little bit about this.
So they're
It's
supposed to be
help the planet, I believe.
they're supposed to be injecting an Asian elephant with the I guess DNA or something to
I'm the
create a
DNA.
woolly mammoth. I'm DNA. And so
from your
there's
blood.
I think the gestation period, I want to say it's like it's like 2 years, 26 months or something like that for an
shit.
elephant.
Okay.
But supposedly whenever it gives birth, it's supposed to be a woolly mammoth. So I was like, that's kind of fun.
That's gonna be
So-
weird.
but yeah, just imagine.
Well, that's what I
They've
think
made
about.
movies about how this is a fucking bad idea.
Well, that's what I think about our oceans. I think that there's shit down in
Oh,
the
I'm sure.
oceans that
Oh, yeah, I bet.
we have not seen yet,
No.
and we're going to see eventually.
Because if they go to the bottom,
That's
they
crazy.
see all sorts of shit
Oh,
that we've
fuck
never
yeah.
seen because that shit never
shit that lives
sees
in the
daylight.
dark, and
Yeah.
it doesn't even sunlight doesn't even hit that part
Yep.
of the ocean. Like sunlight doesn't exist,
No.
but there's still shit that lives down there.
But what's funny
Like,
is
what?
you look at that, and then to them, we're the aliens.
Right.
And then if we go out so far, we can't, like, they can breathe underwater,
Mm-hmm.
bring them on land, they can't breathe. If we leave our land into the space, we can't breathe.
We can't breathe.
It's weird, like, to think about that.
Right,
You're just
you
like,
keep-
they're just like, oh, fuck, the aliens are here. They got me. I'm going up towards the
Anal
light.
probe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, they're eating Edward. He was a good guy. All right, kids, let's swim off. But it's funny to think about that kind of stuff. To
Edward
me,
gave
just-
his life for
Yeah.
ours.
he was a good.
He's a good-
He was a good fish. All right.
Sweet home Alabama.
Whoa. Where'd that come from?
Not fucking the fish, but a
Edward.
largemouth bass.
Edward
How
is.
large is that mouth?
Edward is.
What that mouth
Yeah.
do?
You got a pretty mouth.
What that mouth do, boy? Oh man. But yeah, it's funny to me because if we go in the water, I mean, we can't breathe.
Right.
I mean, you can hold your breath, but that's it. So
Yeah. For only so long.
yeah.
Well, who knows? There was I forgot where in the islands. There's a group of people who've been separated from the rest of like civilization. I think by like over 2,000 years, and they live in the water. They can hold their breath longer than we can. Their bodies have adapted to swimming under deep surfaces. They hunt underwater with spears.
They live on the water.
Yeah,
Don't they?
they live
They
on
live
the
like
water.
huts that are on the water, and they've trained their body have like evolved over the years to where they can go down and they can stay underwater for quite a few minutes.
I
or
think
so.
it was
like
20 minutes
yeah.
at a time.
Holy shit!
So yeah,
Like
And there's-
Waterworld.
Well, there's another island that there's like a tribe on there that they won't let anyone on there. It's like so from what I've heard, they think that they're the original descendants from the people from Africa when they left that continent. They went there. They don't have any technology. They have nothing. And if you go there, they fucking
will
kill you.
kill you.
Like they are cannibals. Everything. They,
I want to send out drones and fuck with them.
like I've seen video because apparently that island doesn't have coconuts.
they would hunt you the
And there was
fuck down.
There was a video that I saw, like they were like throwing coconuts in the water, like at them, and they were all like, ah. I was like, damn, like that's scary. It's like we're friendly. It's like
We come in peace. Here's a
we have-
coconut.
Yeah, we have dinner. So that would be creepy
great.
too.
Yeah, that
I
would
would
be
never want to run into one of those guys.
No.
Because you don't know. Because if you look at, so say aliens came here, and what are you going to do? You're not going to be friends with them. You're going to assume they're here to
Speak
attack
for
you.
yourself.
I mean, I would like to, but at the same
up,
time,
Paul?
but they don't know your
Like,
language
Have
or
you
anything.
not seen
so.
Mars Attack?
Have you not seen American Dad?
Right.
Who ate all the pecan sandies? Oh my god, that would be. I don't know. Would y'all freak out if aliens came?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yes, for
really.
the first 3 hours.
Yeah.
After that, it's like
It's
I've seen you in movies already, dude.
Yeah.
Like, all right. There's this thing called like subconscious programming where there's like they're supposedly already kind of
oh yeah, they're
getting you ready for this stuff.
desensitizing it to you.
Yeah.
So
So I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Bring in the
ready too.
aliens. It's
I feel like something.
if I could find me a Gomorrah. I'm sorry, I'm married.
Oh.
Never mind. Never mind. Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
we already talked about our
yeah, celebrity crushes. Gamora from Guardians of the
Gamora.
Galaxy. No, I think at this point they're trying to slowly desensitize people because
Right.
if aliens just showed up and like, so aliens exist, and everyone would
Well,
fucking freak out.
What happened? What happened when the government confirmed to us that UFOs were real? Nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah.
There's so
we
much
knew.
shit going on in the
Yeah.
world, COVID,
I honestly
everything.
thought the world was gonna go crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, the government just said
Yeah.
regular ass Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, UFOs exist. Oh, okay.
I was like, all right, I guess I'll
Yeah.
go back to.
Well, they were wanting
know.
us to focus on that shit than all the other shit that was going on.
Yeah, that's another thing is they can drop these big ass bombs
Mhm.
and it's not going to mean much to us, but then they can be like,
Right.
oh yeah, no, this person got indicted, but
Yeah.
or they're on trial, so you don't need to know.
Oh.
Aliens though,
Oh,
right?
Biden's son's in the news now. Aliens exist.
Yeah.
Did you know aliens are
Yeah.
real?
We
We've
killed
been fooling you.
We killed JFK.
Yeah. We killed.
Oh yeah, you want to hear about that now, huh?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It wasn't Ollie Harvey Oswald. Sorry.
I don't think it was any Harvey Oswald.
I don't even think.
Have y'all been to the JFK museum?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have y'all
That's,
been?
that's when I
Over
know
in
that they
Dallas?
were full of fucking shit.
No, I have not.
I think I've been when I was younger, but I don't remember it
the
that well.
Yeah.
the X's on the road of when the first shot rang out and then when JFK was hit. As soon as I saw that in real life of how far apart they are, I know that is total bullshit. That the government definitely had a hell of a lot to do with
Oh,
his
yeah.
death. A hell of a lot. Like 90% of it was the government. Had to be.
That's crazy.
Because any other official, any security with the president, as soon as that first shot rings out, I mean, that X is basically at the end of the table where you're sitting.
Yeah.
The second X, when he gets shot, is where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
There ain't no fucking
And
way.
that dude had a bolt action rifle.
Yes.
No scope or anything, just fucking eyeballing it.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
that dude's like Call of Duty king.
By the
Like,
time that first shot rings out and that X is at that end of the table, the second X should have been 2 miles down the fucking road.
Yeah.
Because as soon as that first shot rings out, security hauls ass and they pile on top of him and they get down. They slowed the fuck down.
Yeah. I found a video.
Like, what was that?
Yeah, I found a
Was
video.
that a gunshot?
Yeah. Wait, what was that? John? John!
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
President dead.
What's that stuff? Oh, fuck. At your head. All right, sorry. Shit. No,
That took a twist. that escalated quickly.
I found
I
this.
gotta bring it up because Family Guy did it too
Okay.
with Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese was driving in the back of a Cadillac and someone shot him down and someone had to eat him up.
Well, the bullets come from different spots if you watch
Right.
the video.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
like,
And the government wanted us to believe that there was a magic fucking bullet.
It ricocheted inside his
Yeah.
brain.
Well,
and-
it hits him and then it goes over and then it hits that bone and so it ricochets back. What the fuck?
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Whoever believes in that shit just needs to be taken out to the street and shot. I mean, what the fuck? A magic bullet and then it comes out pristine.
yeah.
Like pristine. It looks like you could reload the fucker and shoot it again. And it went through 2 bodies, 4 different bones, and all that muscle mass and tissue and shit. No, fuck you. Yeah.
Find the manufacturer of that
Yeah.
bullet.
Exactly.
Remington, step up, claim it tonight.
We're the ones who supplied that bullet.
Yeah.
Exactly. God. Yeah,
Well-
it's just creepy that they finally came out and said that too. It's
Right.
Like,
Well, that's why I've always hated LBJ, because I know LBJ had something to do with it because John F. Kennedy is getting ready to get us out of Vietnam. He
Yeah.
does not want us to go into Vietnam. It's a winless battle. There's no reason for us to be in it. It's just stupid shit. So he is getting ready to get us out of it. He's getting ready to sign the document to keep us out of Vietnam. The second day or the very next day, Lyndon B. Johnson puts us in Vietnam because he knows the people for Bell who's making the helicopters to get them into Vietnam, and they were going to use helicopters in there, and Bell is now, was very profitable from that war, even though we didn't win the war, and it's all because of Lyndon B. Johnson. So Lyndon B. Johnson had a shit ton to do with that assassination as well. So that's a
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit president right there. And he was only president because JFK was killed. He never ran again, or he didn't run for re-election because he knew he was a piece of shit.
you got a big old wiener, I heard too.
I don't give a shit.
I heard that too. I don't why that information came
I've
across.
never heard that.
What?
How did
No,
that?
I've heard that. Like,
Really?
he had
Built
a
schlong.
yeah.
No, he was. Yeah, no, he was rocking that one-eyed wonder wiener.
Yeah, I heard it because I used to listen to Russ Martin show a lot, and they would talk about it. And I was like, "Damn!"
Wow.
So,
That's probably where I heard it. Then.
yeah. You listen to Russ Martin, you see?
Good on him. Huh? I used to.
Did you see that they're actually? So Dan O'Malley, they're actually coming out with a podcast.
What?
Yeah, it's supposed to start. I think the first one releases Monday. It's called the Treehouse Podcast.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
I'm a little
already
bit
have
excited to hear
20
it.
podcasts to keep.
I know, dude. That's my problem. Is like I try to
And
listen.
they're all good. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Why,
like,
why can't y'all just suck? Give me
And I don't
something.
have enough drive time anymore to where I can listen to like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, or whatever. And I'm just like, fuck.
Right.
And then our episodes, as stupid as it is, I'll publish it and then I'll go to bed and like listen to our episode. And be like, oh,
I
that's
know.
funny.
I know. I always re-listen to our episodes.
And
Like,
I guess that's just something everybody does because
Yeah,
I do that
Exactly
too.
the same thing.
I
Yeah.
create.
You do
Yeah.
that because you have to
listen,
edit.
I
Right.
listened to it twice, actually.
Yeah, you have
I
to
edit
edit.
it, and then I listen to it again.
Oh, what a
when
fucking
it,
loser.
Yeah.
No, I do too. And then if it's really funny, I listen to it third time.
oh
Yeah.
my.
Well,
swear.
I make notes so that I can, whenever I put the YouTube video out, I can actually, do some screen grabs and stuff.
right.
So
Yeah.
I have,
You've
because
been
I
doing
try to get like 2 to 3 clips from each episode
Yeah.
to where we can use for promo stuff.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and I'll lay on the couch.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
I'll literally lay on my couch, have YouTube playing on my TV, and then whenever it gets to a part where I think it's funny, I'll pull it up on my phone and then I play it, and then I'll screen record and everything.
Yeah.
And I'll do that for like
Yeah.
on Sunday or Monday.
I know you
usually
did that with
record.
David's
Yeah.
great
It was.
breakup.
Oh,
he
yeah.
has the
His
greatest
revenge
breakup
story.
story. His revenge story. Yeah. If you haven't listened to last week's podcast, listen to
Oh, yeah. I
David's.
did,
Yeah.
David's breakup story is classic.
I heard it. I just don't recall
Okay.
it.
He was where he met the girl on Plenty of Fish and
Oh,
Sons of
yeah, that's
Anarchy.
right. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude,
there you go.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Easy.
singles, plenty of
Yeah.
fish.
Opie dies.
Tara dies.
Tara dies.
Just-
They all die, bitch.
yeah, Gemma dies, Opie dies, Tara dies. Fuck you.
Oh my.
I was like, that is fucking
That is-
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
classic.
too many podcasts now. I mean, it was easier when I was working in the warehouse because it let you listen to
Right.
headphones.
Yeah.
So we would work 12 hours and I'd listen to podcasts.
Yeah, you can get 3 or 4
But-
podcasts. in.
Yeah, all first easy.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh shit. Mike Tyson put out another one. Fuck. I have to listen to this.
Because I don't like Joe Rogan. I'll save his stuff like if I have to take a long road trip because
Yeah.
his episodes are like
No,
ours.
it
fucking
has to be
2-3
someone I
hours.
like that he's talking to.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't just listen to his. I have to. I'll go through and scroll through and be like, oh, okay, this guy would be cool. There's one, Marcus Luttrell. Have you heard that one?
yes.
The dude, he's the Lone Survivor, the movie.
Oh.
So he's
okay.
the guy that actually was Mark Wahlberg's character.
Okay.
And that podcast that Joe Rogan did with him, it's like a year or two old, I think. But that was actually a fucking great podcast to listen to.
Okay.
And just hearing him talk about some of his stories and stuff,
I
and
bet.
like talk about how he's brought up and everything, and his
Yeah.
mentality, I'm like, dude, this guy's a fucking legend.
And anytime that Andrew Schultz pops onto that podcast, I listen.
That dude is funny as shit.
Yeah. I listen to him on Flagrant. What other podcast is he on? Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah, he's on a couple.
Yeah.
Between him, Theo Vaughn, I love that guy.
Yes.
He is so fucking I don't know how he gets his material because he comes up with the fucking most random shit. Like
Right.
100%. You're just like, where did he go from there? And him, and then do you ever listen to the Bad Friends podcast with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee?
I think I've heard an episode or two, but I'm
Yeah,
not-
so Andrew is the guy that's
Was
red
that-
hair with
was-
the beard, and
was
then Bobby
that
Lee's
before- oh no, never mind. I'm thinking about Bobby Lee's other podcast. But yes, I do know about that.
that one I actually kind of listen to every so often because it's pretty funny. And then Two Bears 1K with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. That one's actually a pretty good one.
See, it's like you gotta stop telling me this because I don't have enough
He
time.
just keeps
to
adding.
go
them.
listen.
He just keeps adding.
There's
like
a good one.
there's like 17 Fort Worth ones already. that
Oh,
I'm
I
listening
know.
to. It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, like Funky Panther, I watch them live on Tuesday night. Like that's
Yeah.
my routine on Tuesday
yeah,
nights.
I
Is
started
8
doing the
o'clock.
same thing.
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
I'll sit on there. I'll log on because I'll have it on my phone and I have it on the TV. So if I want to comment, I'll just do it on my phone, and then I have it like muted on my phone to where I'm not because the syncing's off a little bit because it's like a little bit
Yeah.
ahead on my phone.
Yeah.
So I just pause it on there, and then I'll chat with them like that, and then TFTI, I usually catch their podcast. Osos Scolosos, I catch theirs. I've listened to y'all's a few times. There's a couple like I kind of bounce back and forth, but
yeah, it's just so much talent out there.
it helps whenever you've either been on the show or talked to the person or you're friends with them or whatever. Like Fort Worth Roots,
Yeah,
same
that's
thing.
that's
I've
very
talked
true.
to them.
That is absolutely
So-
very true. Like I said, thanks for the invite. I had my buddy on there. His name is Jerry. He was an actor. He knew Jesus personally, and that's the reason I knew of him.
Yeah.
And when I found out he had a podcast, I listened, and then I found out that the producer for that one made another one, Osos Glosos, and I was
Yeah,
like, okay.
Juan.
Yeah, and then I followed over there, and then it was just everybody's jumping back and forth.
Dude,
I'm
it's
like,
right.
Yeah, and that's what's cool is there's so many guests. Like all of our guests were just other podcasts in the area that
Right.
like our first 10 guests almost was just different podcasts like
Yeah.
people and
but
stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
freaking
me
love
too.
it.
I love hearing kind of the mix up kind of things where you have this person from this podcast and that's real cool. So
Right.
it's just a great community. I feel like so.
It is.
I need to get more into it. Have y'all had a lot of other podcasts on your show or anything?
No.
Or?
No, this, I
Y'all-
think
are
this,
y'all
is the first
real-
time, this is the first time I've been on someone else's.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Nice.
same here.
Hey.
Yeah, so
Ching.
pop the cherry.
Are y'all real like guest oriented on your podcast or is it
We
mainly
try.
just y'all? Okay.
We really try.
had, like,
I
a
record
couple.
Workaholics on Wednesday, and we record Rhythm and Poetry on Saturday. Saturday is more of an open schedule, so I mean, if we want to talk music,
How often y'all record? Once a week or twice?
once
or,
twice a week.
So
Well,
One
I
for
do.
each.
You
He
do
records
twice a week.
once.
I do once.
Yeah, so I record twice. Aramis, my other co-host, he records once.
Nice.
So I'm on two. I'm on
Right.
two podcasts.
yeah.
You're a
'Cause I'm-
workaholic and
Yeah. Hence the name Workaholic. You know?
yeah.
I just love it.
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
we
when
need
you-
to come up on your guys' podcast. Then.
Oh, for
Yeah, we can.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be badass.
Hell yeah.
100% down.
Oh my God.
I've
We
been
get
on-
so canceled.
Yeah, I've been on Funky Panther. God, we good. 'Cause I've been on Funky Panther like I guess 3 times now,
Yeah.
and I've been on TFTI once. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna have to go scroll
haven't-
for that one.
Yeah.
I
I haven't
heard-
been
I
on
heard
anybody
the-
else's.
That must have been early.
I
which one?
heard. Thanks for the invite on here,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and then I
on here.
heard you on Thanks for the Invite,
Yeah.
and I heard you on Funky Panther.
Yeah. Their recent, what was it, their 3-year anniversary
Yeah,
episode.
that's
me
the one. Yeah.
and
You
Andrew from Fort
surprised.
Worth Roots was on there. And then I was on episode 19 of theirs and episode 26, which are really old episodes.
I think I kind of looked through their videos, and I had seen you on that. I guess that first one. You didn't have a beard or anything.
Well, the episode 26, they just started doing video again, and we actually did that one in my house down in San Antonio when I was living down there, and that was really fun. But they've come so fucking
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
such a far,
Nah, we-
jump from where they were.
We gotta have y'all for real.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I'm 100% down.
If y'all want to talk music, hey, we'll put you on R.A.P. If y'all want to just tell dick jokes, I'll put you on Workoholic.
Or we can do both. I mean,
or,
shit.
or we can do both. Yeah, I don't not mind at all.
Right.
This is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I love doing podcasting. But
Oh, yeah.
y'all got anything else to say?
No, that's
Yeah.
All right. Y'all want to plug anything before y'all go, or
yeah. Go listen to the Rhythm and Poetry podcast every Monday and the Workoholic podcast every Friday.
And follow
Hell yeah.
us on Instagram, Workoholic Podcast, and then R.A.P Podcast.
Nice.
yes?
And
Follow
if you
'em.
want to follow us, mine's for Johnny G.
Yeah. I was gonna say 3, but that's right. You got hacked again.
Yeah.
Not again. You got hacked. I was like, I gotta keep remembering. I always plug them
We
in
talked
under
about
3 Johnny G.
We talk
It's
about this
for
like
Johnny G.
It's
almost
4.
every podcast.
I know. Literally every episode, I'm
is
like, did they talk
4th.
about this last one? I heard
This is
this.
4th time. No, I'm playing. It was 3. I'm so used to 3, and I'm J_workaholic. So yeah,
Hell
follow me
yeah.
on there, please.
Nice. Thanks for coming on,
All
guys.
right. Well,
Yep.
now it's
Appreciate
time
it.
to say goodbye to the Tales from the Fort. We've had some laughs. We shed some tears. We've held down the fort. From spooky ghosts to silly jokes, we've covered it all. Thank you for tuning in every week. You answered the call.
Boom.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. Thank you.
Later.